My name is Martina. I would like to say thank you to the guys from Paddy Access, especially Jermaine, for a job well done. I called him 2 days before my brother's funeral to do a live video, and I was not disappointed. He was professional and kept in touch with me throughout the live, just making sure I was satisfied with everything. I would definitely use Paddy Access again, and I highly recommend that anyone looking to do a live video to hire them. Everyone who watched my brother's funeral had good things to say about how much of a good job the videographer did. If you want satisfaction for your money, Paddy Access is the way to go.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary negation and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper. Vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, pyridoxine, and nicotinic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back, let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains, and illnesses? When there's help for you. At Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains, and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild. The power to heal, the future of pain relief.
Host Richard Frederick, and with me is no other than my esteemed colleague, Albert Fridges. Good night to you, Albert.
Good night, Richard.
How are you?
I
didn't expect you in tonight.
Pour qui raison pas t'espérer même?
Ou koudi!
Bon, gassa, Richard, gassa. Pas mon chose ça. Moi, ça, jusqu'à vers minuit comme ça, ma ça koudi.
Ouais.
Jusqu'à vers minuit. Café, moi.
You know, I just saw something. Irving Springer, you know, I'm surprised at you. I'm really surprised at you. as a born St. Lucian, I'm surprised at you. I happened to glance at your post where you're saying before you get caught up in that inability to speak Creole and you have a book, open it. I mean, don't make fun of your mama lang, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Your surreptitious political maneuverings can easily be deciphered. Stop it. Don't make fun of our lang mama, Irving Springer. Don't do that. You know, before you get caught in not being able to speak Creole. So that means you're identifying with a faction that can't speak Creole. Stop it. I saw you with another thing where you can't stop stray cows, like the cow started straying along the highway on the 26th of July 2021. Come on. I mean, those things are easily, deciphered, and they can be identified easily as political maneuverings. So, I mean, just say what you want to see and stop hiding behind a curtain of objectivity, because if I in this country can't speak Creole, I migrate, I go somewhere else. I don't belong here. And I would never ask anybody to translate for me what somebody who's conversing with me in Creole wants to see. It just means I cannot identify with the good people of this country, the majority of whom speak Creole. So stop this BS, man. I just felt I should tell you that, Irving. I am telling you this. It's not out of spite or anything, but persons can read through what you believe, not clear messages you're sending out there. Crime tonight again. I heard Henix Joseph. He's calling on the Prime Minister, CCRC. So if two brothers are at home and one killed the other, the Prime Minister could have stopped it. If a man decides I'm going to kill a man tonight, the Prime Minister can stop it. You're calling on the Prime Minister. Let us not pretend, folks, that things started on July 26, 2021. Yes, things started. St. Lucia is on the trajectory for the betterment. But don't pretend the ills, the unfortunate ills that this country has to go through at the hands of a few started on July 26, 2021.
Richard, if I just be, you see this thing about the Prime Minister has to come and say this and the Prime Minister has to come
I was
and say
surprised
that.
at Henix, man.
That's a lot of baloney. Because if anything, who's in charge of crime really, Richard? It's the Commissioner of Police, right? So if you have to hear from somebody, it's the Commissioner of Police who has to come and make a statement and say this. I mean, remember when I was doing PR for the police, right? The commissioner would call me and tell me, look, go say this, go and say that. Go and speak, go and address the situation. Even when, remember when they had the situation in the cathedral when the nuns were killed and all that. I was the one who spoke to the public on that. And you know what the commissioner always said? He said, you go and speak. Because if you make a mistake, I can come and correct it.
That's correct.
If I speak and I make a mistake, you cannot correct it.
That's correct. That's correct. So when I heard Henix tonight, I saw this two posts by Irving Springer doing the political meanderings and maneuvers. It's easily you can decipher through the BS. And Henix saying he's calling on the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, my foot. Henix, if you go down to Marigot and you have a problem with a man down there and he decides in his own thinking to take a gun and shoot you, so it's the Prime Minister's fault. Really? Really? I've said, and I will say again, the greatest upsurge in crime, in homicide we have ever had in this country was under the leadership of Alan Michael Chasney. The homicide rate increased by 100%. And Alan Chasney never addressed the nation until a white man was killed. And that is a fact.
And given even Richard, when there was this symposium, the crime symposium, which was suggested,
he never
by who suggested it?
It was suggested by was it Herman Gill?
No. Philip J. Pierre suggested the crime
as leader of opposition.
Herman Gill was Minister for National Security.
That's correct.
And he very graciously put the crime symposium together.
Yeah,
and
where put it together.
Yes.
And Chasney went to.
Where was Chasney?
He was in Jamaica.
Okay.
And then
that shows you how much he cared.
Exactly. I mean, and he say, I'm calling I say, my foot.
But even this other thing, Richard,
Is
we
the
need to flesh out.
mindset, and then I have to speak about a boy I saw beating another boy at school. Is your parents that are causing your children to go astray, and they are the ones that result in the adult criminals that we are seeing today, because you all fail to put your foot down, to take corrective exercises, to take corrective measures when they showed the inclination to get into criminal activity. And then gouvernement, nonsense.
No,
Nonsense.
Richard, the stray cows issue up there, we should flesh it out right quick, right?
We have a lot to discuss.
I know.
That's
but
up.
Richard, I was a constable of police when that stray cows thing up here, because that had been going on down south for a long time. But up north, right, I was a constable when it actually came to the fore, right? Richard, over the years, we've had lots of incidents.
And how long ago was that?
That's like, I was a constable maybe, 70 years ago? Right? But bottom line is a long time ago, Richard.
But that's exactly over 40 years.
Over 40 years.
Yes.
And we've had different governments.
Yes.
Right? UWP, Labour,
yes.
UWP. We've had different governments over that period of time.
No, but everything started now.
Right?
The stray cows, Irving Springer, only see them now.
Yes. And for Irving Springer to come today and try to lay that in the lap of this current government. We've had a motorcyclist hit a cow one time and he died.
People have died with those cows. I have a difficulty with them myself.
I do not know which government was in office at the time, because I do not make that connection, Richard.
And I want to say this on behalf of the government. This government does not associate itself with any unlawful activity in terms of cow roaming those areas. It is a problem for all of us. We have lamented the fact that those cows pose a danger to every motorist on that road. So it was never dealt with. It's not, and I can tell you, there are mechanisms in place to deal with it once and for all.
Yeah, it's my understanding
that
some land has been allocated.
That is why I say it's been dealt with. We have gone as far as a government to allocate land for those cows. That is how forward thinking we are. But don't pretend the problem certainly arose on July 26, 2021.
And to make that connection with stray cows and the crime situation. I've said, I look at Spring and I'm saying, Richard, you could cover yourself with as much wool as you want. At some point, your teeth must show
that you're a wolf.
That you're not a lamb, you're a wolf.
You're a wolf, yeah. Nonsense. I mean, I like constructive criticism because, all of us have this element of imperfection that falls squarely within our character. All of us. And I never seek to excuse myself as being an imperfectionist. I'm not perfect. No one is. Even the Bible tells you, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. So we all have this, but don't say what you want to say.
I don't like the game playing, Richard. Everybody knows who Albert Frigis is.
Everybody knows who I am.
Everybody who knows who I am. Everybody knows
stop
that.
the game
All the
playing.
game playing. It's not illegal yet to be a flower.
To represent people. He's after 10 years, Ukudi, and then you have a book in front of you saying, lest you suffer from your inability to speak Creole. You should be ashamed, Irving Springer, honestly. The other day I spoke to you, we had a nice chat. You complimented me on Castries. You said you liked the work that was being done. But in a surreptitious manner, you are taking issues that are, in fact, speaking Creole and conversing to our people in our lang mama is part of our national pride. It's part of our national pride. To be totally acculturated means you must be able to converse fluently with the people of this country. So in your 60-something-year-old hardback now, I'm Irving Springer, to take a book and to pretend you're learning to speak Creole just because you believe it ought not be any kind of qualification to represent people. You are wrong.
To represent Creole-speaking
people. You are wrong. Yeah. You are wrong. You are flat out wrong. And stop making a mockery of our lang mama, man. I'm not happy about it, and I felt I should tell you. And the cow problem didn't start today. So, and when you talk about crime, the greatest upsurge in crime was under Alan Michael Shastey. Homicide increased by, call it 100% in 2017 under his watch. He started by saying, Kenny can't, I will. When he was in office, realizing he can't handle it, he then went to say, crime is not a political issue.
Which was the first time a politician made crime a political issue.
It had never been a political issue, but he gave an undertaking. So get your facts straight. Let me move on. Albina James, Adenry, mavle di boss we. Albina, yo di mo kababi tout flambeau Adenry. Yo di mo kababi Albina, yo di mo kababi. Yo di mo di cash, I pay Stephen, ma af sakale ya. Yo mo kane yo kababi tout flambeau Albina, BF ko bo die so play. Cash di Estefan doui, ou ka di mwen, c'est cash ki do Estefan. Di cash, by Estefan la hang tiye sa dola yan. So Albina James, good night to you out at the Denry Valley. Good night to Jesse Charles. Jesse Charles, my boy, good night to you. Falco, Louis Coco, Alco, Rene, Lilia. Good night. Have a Charlemagne, good night to you, my brother. I understood that you are here. Don't forget, you promised me a ram goat, liver good to make, manage water, Billy got it, make good errands for your daughter. Yes, so Javi, I'm going to see you on Sunday, because Sunday is the luncheon of the person that would put Guy Joseph to sleep once and for all politically is no other than Lisa Joair, and we are launching her on Sunday from 3 p.m. in the Odsa Gap. You all will see right there. Yes, we are putting an end to Guy Joseph's involvement in our politics for sure. Miss Jacinta in the CDC, a special good night to you. I want to say birthday greeting to Twin Edward of Bus Laguas. Twin Edward of Bus Laguas, good night to you. Good night. Vicky, I see you. Come on set. Vicky's birthday was yesterday. I told Vicky to appear on, and Cynthia is tomorrow. So I have two birthday girls in studio with me. And whilst they're coming, let me say good night to Miriam Alexander. Miriam, your birthday is on Saturday yourself. Your birthday is on Saturday. You are now in Budapest enjoying yourself. So do enjoy, Miriam. Do enjoy. Birthday greetings to you. So yes, folks, Cynthia and Vicky, look at them. Yes, this is Cynthia, the mayor of Castries, mayoress of Castries. I'm not saying Vicky. Can you, Vicky, come a little closer? Right. Why don't you right? Go there, right. So this is Vicky in the black dress, and this is the mayor of Castries. Her birthday is tomorrow, and Vicky's birthday was yesterday. They both are members of Team RF, and I just want to take the opportunity to wish the two of them a very, very happy birthday. May the good Lord bless them. They both are pillars on which I can lean. Vicky has this calm, cool, collected way about her. Cynthia is extroverted, and Cynthia will put you in your place very, very quickly.
And very red, huh?
And very rudely and redly. So, birthday greetings. You want to say anything quickly? We have a long program.
First of all, I want to say a special thanks to the Almighty for having me to see another birthday. I want to say thanks to Beverly and her daughter who did my makeup for me today.
Wow.
On my hair. Special thanks to you and your daughter. And to all Central Castries people.
All right.
To each and every one of you all. God bless
Very
each and every one of you all. My children love you all.
All right. You, Vicky?
Well, all I have to say is praises to the Most High.
Yes.
I'm alive and well. I have a great
You're great.
boss with me.
All right, very good. You didn't say hello to your mother? And Helisa, ironically, and your Rasta man.
Hey, good night to the Rasta man in Rosie. Mari.
And your mother, you know.
Mari, good night to you. I know you're watching.
Yes.
And Linda, I know you're watching. So good night to all of you all and all the Butcher family. We are there. Support and God. Once God give us grace and strength, we are there. Okay? Full and strong.
All right.
You have your back, boss.
All right. Okay, folks. Yes,
They look lovely.
They both look lovely. They both look lovely.
Yes.
And trust me, they are two opposing kind of characters. Vicky is like the featherless snake. She'll watch you and she'll sting. Boom. Now Cynthia don't have time to waste. Boom, boom, bum, 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 bum. She bombing you just like they bomb. Like those guys are bombing the people in the village. So yes, good night. Desmond of Boapatat, Boapatat, good night to you. Asa, good night. Everybody over by Compton, a special good night to all of you. Anybody else, Albert?
Oh yeah, let me just write quick. Twain of Baslaguas.
Yes, his birthday.
Happy birthday. Oh, you shouted. Okay, happy birthday, Twain. Juan Philip of the Brel. Happy birthday to you. Now that is from your beloved son. He's also my son, but of course, that's Zeus in Portsmouth. That's my boy. Right? So he asked me to tell his mother, happy birthday. Tennyson and family, good night. John Robert Lee, good night to you, sir. Mrs. Williams, whom I met this afternoon, good night to you. Now the Frederick clan, Eusebia, Frances, Sophia, Bertil, Teresa, Boswell or Tut. Joseph Antoine, good night. Winston, Louison and family, Shuma, good night to you. Buffer Raymond, Cecilia Alain, Charmaine, Charles, good night. Adolphus Herbert. Yes, man, good night to you. Francis Philip, good night. And Sava, good night. We'll pick up a few later.
Okay, let me say good night to Miss Madry. Miss Madry, good night to you. Miss Madry, I know I owe you a call. I owe you a visit. I owe you everything, Miss Madry. I know that. Frances Robb, good night to you. Timothy Suma, good night to you. Yes, Michelle, I shouted her. Today is Michelle's birthday. So I did. So a lot of people are texting me and telling me it's PM's birthday. You all expect me to forget that? About Diabo Fest. Nah, man, I can't forget that. I can't forget that. Trevor over in Canada, good night to you. Peter the Great, good night to you. Good night. Birthday greetings to this gentleman as well, coming from Calix George Jr. Dr. M. Skoreme, good night to you. Christopher Williams, Mr. Corey Raggi, a special good night from the man himself, Calix George Jr. Gasper Henry, good night. Pages, good night. Frances Rubb, Sebastiana Charles, Petra Cyril, Rossi Cow, and all the others, good night, folks. Let's get down to business. We are ready to rumble. But, you know, with all the birthday greetings and everything else, tonight or today was the birthday of all birthdays. Could you put up that shot for me on a side? Today was the birthday. Bring it to the side of the screen, please. Today is the birthday of the Honorable Prime Minister. Black boy, could you put up my pic, please? Right. It's the birthday of the Honorable Philip Joseph Pierre. Folks, the benefits that this country, I would prefer the picture being up. I would prefer the picture being up, yes. The Murrays on the moon, good night to you. Secure, Winston Peters, good night. Right. You want to make it a little bigger for me? I don't want my prime minister in obscurity, you know. I like him to be the dominant one on the screen. So try and make it a little bigger for me, please. Good. Yes. You're doing a little better, black boy. You're learning well, black boy. Right. Folks, the benefits that this country has received and the people of this country have received at the hands of the leadership of this man to the left of your screen. It's like a death announcement, too numerous to mention. You can't make it a little bigger, black boy? Him, not me. Imagine the things we have received at this man's hands include. I cannot enumerate all of them. But the minimum wage, the establishing of a minimum pension for our pensioners, and in some cases, those pensions tripled. Let me say good night to Venus Rastaman Cherry. You struck my mind. He has decided that his government is paying all facility fees for all students in this country, irrespective of the political orientations of their parents or themselves, paying for CXCs for all students in this country, introduction of the youth economy, breaking a 32-year-old hiatus by causing the economy to grow for 4 and I dare say 5 consecutive years, breaking a 32-year-old hiatus. Introduced the housing repair program, and thousands of St. Lucians have benefited from this program. He introduced the 1 university graduate per household. He has given the most scholarships ever by any government in any one term. He decided, look, let's do something more than the youth economy for our young people. He brought them into agriculture via the introduction of the advanced hydroponic systems. And folks, the list goes on and on and on. Notice I deliberately left all infrastructural projects out, deliberately. So, I want to put it simply. As I said last year, and I reposted it this year, because my sentiments remain the same if they have not been enlarged. Philip Joseph Pierre, in relation to this country of ours, is the man with the Midas touch. And I was really pleased when I saw a couple clips. One lady said, Philip J. Pierre, after God is Philip J. Pierre. Another one said he was sent by the Almighty God to save us. But this one really moved me when this man said, when he sees Philip J. Pierre, he must salute. There is something else he said, which I will just lengthen on briefly after we play that clip. Play the gentleman's clip for me, please.
Selah, Selah, wherever we'll be, the future resides to see. Selah, Selah. That's the best Prime Minister we ever had in St. Lucia, Mr. Philip Jepier. Wherever I see him or not, I have to salute him. Whoop, whoop.
Tony Malla.
Oh, yeah,
that's him. That's him. Yeah,
I don't know him. But you know, Albert, I'll tell you something. And I'm telling you this, it's coming from the deepest echelons of my consciousness, or my conscience. If Philip Joseph Pierre, Sir John, I don't think at this time there's anyone they could say had done more for St. Lucia. Sir John is almost unparalleled. I don't know if you want to agree or disagree.
What I would say, Richard, is this. Sir John is the Prime Minister who held,
so let me finish. You'll be taking the wind out of my sail. I was saying, let me continue. If Philip Joseph Pierre holds the reins of powers with the longevity that Sir John did,
and continues along
the line, the same trajectory he has started.
Yes.
Philip J. Pierre will go down in our history books as the bestest, if there is such a word, the bestest Prime Minister that this country would have ever seen.
Yeah. In my view, Richard, I mean, for St. Lucia, given his stint, 4 years plus?
Yeah, just only 4 years plus.
Right? He has done a lot for St. Lucia. And you know what?
Can you imagine if that man stays there for 15 years and continues along that vein?
What he has done to keep the memory of Velen John alive, he has touched the generality of the population.
Indeed.
Right?
All walks of life.
Yeah. He's always got something, and it's some people might find it amazing, but I've thought about it, Richard. It's not amazing. Because when you think about it, all the millions that Shastney was giving away, that is what Philip J. Pierre is using now.
I have told people this. Philip J. Pierre does not wave a magic wand and find monies,
Yeah.
It's about management.
Managing the money.
Let's just
using it in the interest of the people
exactly.
of St. Lucia.
Let's just take a couple million, a few of the places Shastney spent money. Ernst & Young, 50 million.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Lockerbie, 32
and
million.
how does that benefit us?
Exactly. Yeah. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Ernst & Young, 50 something. Lockerbie, 32. Sandals, 24. Permando, 13. Teoaking. The hotel, 50 something.
Caribbean Jewels. One whatever.
100 and something
million.
Take, let us say, in those scenarios alone, that $200 million, give it to Philip Joseph Pierre and ask him to use it to touch the lives of St. Lucians, and you will see a vast difference. One would be inclined to believe that his revenue stream has tripled, but no, he spends the money wisely.
Yes, so the man as far-flung as a place like Dewash in Fort Jacques would feel that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. So many. I mean, you have the housing assistance, you have the laptops, you have the CXC, you have the facilities fees. I mean, there's everything for the benefit of everyone in this country. It is not that the revenue of the government has tripled. No, it is just that there is a lot of wise spending going into the government, into the governance and the distribution of the assets of the government. That's all it is. That is all it is. We'll go and spend $118 million flying horses on an aircraft.
Yeah.
Philip Joseph Pierre will do that whilst people in Masha want something to eat.
He's not reckless
at all.
He's not reckless. He's not the kind of guy who doesn't care about what tomorrow will bring. Just does what he's impulsive. Impulsivity is what was Titus Preville?
Yes.
He's saying that the other chap was impulsive.
He'll just do things, and then it amounted to recklessness.
Yes.
But Philip, look, here we have just implemented the fund for persons in the creative industries. So persons who can sing, dance, whatever, you can access financing to take yourself to another level.
Yeah.
And this government is about empowerment. We are about empowerment.
Not the card, right? Not the empowerment card.
No, not the one that
replaced Ching Ching.
No, definitely not. Those people in Denry North, Sean, again and again and again. Good night to you, brother Sean. Good night to the man, the Republic of Labrie President Alva Baptiste Kishma Prosper over in Denry North. Good night to you and all the others who I know are locked on. Stabach in Denry. Good night to you. Stabach, I know you will make, what's his name again? Imagine
Ben for the Den.
You will make him Kudi. But we're coming to Kudi just now. We'll come to that. Folks, I came across an extremely disturbing video. And when I saw this video, when I heard Henix tonight, I couldn't avoid remembering this video. A boy beating up another boy at a school. And the boy is running, crying, and persons are video recording this boy taking licks at the hands of another classmate. You see, I have the video, but I will not play it. Miss Pam Boswell, I will not play it. Tikut, I hope Miss Pam can work out. I will not play the video because it's disgusting. You see, the lawlessness starts there. It starts right there in the school. And I'm putting the blame squarely on parents. Because my child cannot go to any school and believe he or she is a bully. Neither would anyone bully my child. My child will go to school, do what he or she has to do, will respect the right of another to attend school, and others will respect his or her right. And that lawlessness happens at the school, but it starts from home. You know, if this boy who was beating the other had any good home training, was brought up properly, he would not be engaged in that. And that is the kind of lawlessness they see adults. Adults perpetuate that kind of lawlessness in broad daylight. In broad daylight. So when we engage in lawlessness, how do we expect the children to behave? What example are we setting? You know, now you who was beating the boy, today you take advantage on one you believe you can beat. But tomorrow somebody else will take advantage on you. Somebody else will take advantage on you. This is not right. It is not just. And no school should tolerate that kind of nonsense. If I had my way, I would expel you. Sadly, I don't. But that kind of behavior cannot be tolerated in any school, because it would show that the school is the breeding ground for criminals. For criminals. And that's why we have so much lawlessness. Now that video. Suppose the other boy's mother sees the video. The father sees the video. If he has brothers and uncles who see the video, he suddenly has friends who see the video. You know the kind of attitude or the kind of grief or the kind of anger that viewing that video generate from those individuals? Don't you realize what you are doing? Persons will want to come and retaliate. That is how the crime starts. So you beat him, somebody come, there's a fight. Unfortunately, one dies. Henix will say, calling on the prime minister. You know, stop it, man. Parents, do what you have to do. Teachers, intervene. And if they are behaving like good hooligans, send them home. I mean, if that was my son, I don't know what I would have done. I would find you, but I don't know what I would have done. That is nonsense. That is nonsense. The school should exhibit zero tolerance for that kind of behavior. And this boy don't even know he is just starting his life, a life of crime. Because they are the boys that graduate into the gangs. We have very few young men who could live to the age of 25. Far less 30. Very few young men. Take your time and grow up. Grow up within your space. Grow up respecting others. And once you respect others, you command their respect. Don't believe you can trespass anyone's person with total impunity because you are a Bajon. You are not the biggest Bajon out. Everybody else can be. There are other Bajons bigger than you and more bold than you. Stop the nonsense, man. And parents, step in. Step in. Because when it's too late, we blame the system. We blame government. Philip J.P. come and address us. Minister of Crime Prevention come and address us. As though you could stay at your home and know a boy, beating a boy in the comprehensive, or not the comprehensive, sorry. It wasn't, let me withdraw that. In whatever school, okay, he's beating him up. And then in retaliation, somebody dies. Philip J.P. go and address the nation. Crap alone. Crap alone. What you thought of that, Albert? You saw the video? I showed it to you.
Yeah, I just had a brief look at it, Richard. But I mean, the general concept itself of you going to school. You don't go to school for you to beat on
other people.
Right? That's not what you go to school for. Right? You go to school to learn. You know, whatever it is, whatever discipline it is, to learn. Now, if you happen to be maybe bigger than another chap or whatever, what you feel you have to prove that you are stronger than him and you can beat him and so on. What satisfaction do you derive from that? You know, why don't you befriend him instead?
You know,
why don't you all be friends? You know, live in harmony. And usually I try to figure, why are we doing this? Why is that some vestige of colonialism itself? Where on the plantation they were always pitting us against each other and all that.
Exactly. Willie Lynch. Willie Lynch said pitch blacks against each other and they'll fight for hundreds, if not thousands of years. He said so on the River Thames in 1783.
I don't know. But I think the parents themselves, as you said, Richard.
Yeah, man.
The parents, you must take an interest. Speak to the teacher. Let your child know that you are interested and that you will speak to the teacher and find out how that child is behaving in school. Richard, I used to go and find how's the child behaving? How's my child behaving? I want to know.
So, my child will not go to school and bully anybody, but nobody is bullying my child, Papa. No, definitely not. And something will happen tomorrow. They'll say, why the parent went in the school and do the boy that? But they'll not see the boy hit the parent's child and beat him and kick him like that.
Yeah.
So those little incidents can result sometimes in multiple homicides. That's not what I want. That's what anybody wants. But that thing about gouvernement, go and blame government. Come on. Let's instill values in our children. Whilst the government will provide the police, who are those to prevent crime, whilst we will provide the police with all the tools necessary to combat crime, we cannot totally exonerate parents from their responsibility to speak to those under their command and control. Parents step in before it's too late. All we say is, he was a good boy. He was a good boy. Not too long ago, an 18-year-old boy from New Village, 18, was killed. 18. Come on. Now, folks, talking about criminality, I'm sure you all will remember that some time ago I said on this show that Solomon Clark, the first cousin of Rush Clark, the UWP candidate, he was arrested and charged for breaking into the People's Pub. And I said he was supposed to have a pen in court, but I knew he would not have a pen. I knew. When his case was on Tuesday, and as already said, there was a no-show. And the person who bailed him, she said, I not take it again. She withdrew his bail. Put up that story for me, please. Albert, you'll read it or you want me to read it? Put up the story for me.
What does it say? Surety
withdraws for accused Solomon Clark in theft case. Okay, screw up. I'll read it. Your eyes are not good.
That's okay.
Carry on. A family member of the accused Solomon Clark has withdrawn as his surety, leaving him at risk of being remanded into custody until the conclusion of his case. Clark is charged with stealing from the People's Pub, located on Jeremy Street, the same area folks had warned them not to lie. Same area again where the incident occurred when the guy got killed. And him, Solomon Clark, was there when the guy got killed. Okay, look at on Jeremy Street on June 29th and Sunday, June 30th. He has pleaded not guilty. When his case was mentioned in the First District Court, on Tuesday, the surety made a formal request before the magistrate to be released from the obligation. I am here to request if I can pull out as the surety for Solomon Clark, she told the court. She explained that despite repeated attempts by herself and Clark's father to contact him, Clark has failed to respond and appear for his last hearing. She added that she understood the consequence for him should her request be accepted. Clark was not present at the sitting, and the magistrate ordered that the accused must now secure another surety or face the possibility of being remanded until the case is called. That's okay. You can take down the rest. I know he would not turn up, folks. I knew that. I had already said so. Why would a man show up for stealing when the unfortunate Saturday, you were by the taxi stand, and everybody knows what happened after that. You know? So, my appeal tonight, Solomon Clark, please turn yourself in. Now, Rush Clark, you have shown an inclination to be not tolerant to criminal activity. Everything you talk about is crime. So I'm asking you, Rush Clark, the candidate for Castries Central for the UWP, please get your cousin and turn him into the police. Please. Now, you know, folks, lawlessness takes us absolutely nowhere. It takes us nowhere. And we believe that sometimes we see a no parking sign, we can take it out. We see a no vending sign, we can take it out. And at the end of the day, all
the traffic light turns red,
we can take the traffic.
We can still.
But they don't believe that this is the kind of lawlessness that perpetuates into greater things. And that is why I'm trying my best to stop it. Nikki is in studio tonight. Nikki had spoken to me, and Nikki said to me, boss, let us engage the Barbadian government. They have a little program going on, a road tennis program. And he went up there. I'm very pleased that the Tsar, the government Tsar, who was the president of the Road Tennis Association, you know, they want to assist us. And folks, today, we were able to paint a court and to start playing road tennis right there at the CDC. And based on its success, I knew I had to refurbish that court. But the reason why I didn't is not for now. That's another show. That's another show. But I left it and went to Grass Street. But we painted it today, and I was pleased to see that person started playing tennis right there today. Let's hear from Talker for me.
Man, that's a very good initiative, man. Not now, we need something so in all the communities to keep the youth occupied. Because I see happening in Barbados, St. Vincent, and Guyana. So we come in here, that's a good vibe. So that was initiated by the minister, and I applaud you for bringing that in the communities. All right, my boss, big up, man.
Thank you, Talker. Let's take a clip from Charmaine. Let's say from Charmaine.
Well, it's a pleasure to see this initiative taking place, especially in measures to combat crime and to bring community togetherness. So children to feel secure in a place where they can expand on their talents. Road tennis is another avenue that we can explore, and most likely St. Lucia may join the ranks of Guyana, Trinidad, and other countries who have it as a regular sport. That's a good initiative, and I'd like to thank Team RF for always having something to assist in bringing a better community and a more safer St. Lucia.
Very good, Charmaine. Now, before we hear from the Tsar, folks, the guy started playing tennis right there this afternoon. Show that short video of persons that were already onlooking. Look at that. It just tells you the kind of attention that you can get from persons right there in the community, right there from the residents, and it takes them away from any kind of criminal activity. Yeah. Before I ask you your opinion, let's hear from the Tsar of the government of Barbados, the president of the Road Tennis Association in Barbados. Play this clip for me.
Hello everyone, I'm Dale Clark, the Road Tennis Tsar of the Barbados government and founder of the Professional Road Tennis Association. Today, I'm here with a special message that comes straight from the heart. As many of you may know, road tennis is not just a game. It's a passion that unites our communities and fosters a spirit of togetherness. It's a sport that has deep roots in our Caribbean culture, and I'm thrilled that it's being revived in St. Lucia. I want to take this moment to express my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Richard Frederick for his incredible support and vision. Thank you so much for sending Antonio Calderon to Barbados. His expertise and passion for road tennis will be instrumental in helping to rekindle the beloved sport in St. Lucia. Antonio's presence and guidance will undoubtedly bring a new energy and enthusiasm to road tennis there. Together, we can inspire a generation of new players and fans, ensuring that this sport continues to thrive across our beautiful Caribbean lands. Let's work hand in hand to make road tennis a symbol of unity and pride for our nations. I look forward to the development and growth of the sport in St. Lucia. Thank you once again, Honorable Richard Frederick, for your unwavering commitment to this cause. Together, we will keep the spirit of road tennis alive.
Albert, you trained as a police officer in Barbados in 1983, 42 years ago. Even at that time, there was already road tennis, wasn't there?
Yes, they were playing road tennis. I remember that. Yeah, they were playing. It actually started in the outlying communities.
Yes.
Yes.
They were actually playing on the road.
On the road, yes.
But what they do now, they build courts.
Courts, right.
For road tennis.
Yes.
And this guy is the czar of road tennis. He works with the government and is the president of the association. They have used it as one of the tools to combat crime. Mm-hmm. And when you have a finals, can you imagine you have one of those in every community? Mm-hmm. And then you have a finals,
yes,
where everybody converge on the CDC,
yes,
to see your two best players play. I mean, it's just something else. It's
amazing how it's developed, you know. I thought that was just a little fad, you know.
No, man, that thing has developed. Yes. Guys had big trophy travel all over the world doing road tennis. It's in Guyana big, it's in Trinidad, Barbados. So if we can have that in every constituency, can you imagine I challenge Sean Edward to road tennis? I'll beat him.
Road tennis, huh?
Yeah.
You know you have to be very fit for that.
Well,
because all that bending.
Hold on. Are you questioning the level of my fitness, Albert?
No, I'm simply advising as your manager. You know that you have to be very fit.
So yourself, if you're the manager, what is Daniel Thomas?
Oh, she'll be cheerleader.
You know, folks, I'll tell you this. I mean, lawlessness takes us nowhere. And that's why I'm trying my utmost to ensure that we do whatever we do to promote harmony, to promote peace and everything else in this country. But you see, it starts with respecting yourself. Once you don't respect yourself, persons will not feel obligated to respect you. Once you disrespect others, they feel the compunction to return the favor and they'll disrespect you. Rules and regulations are meant to be obeyed or face consequences. Tell me, as we were saying earlier, the light is red. For heaven's sake, you want to beat the traffic light only to cause an accident, and you don't expect to face the ramifications of your unlawful conduct. You see a no parking sign, you take it off, you park, and you do it with total impunity. You see a no vending sign, you want to take it out and put up a tray and vend. Folks, laws are meant to be obeyed. You see, again,
changing lanes on the roundabout.
On the roundabout. All kinds of things. All kinds of things people do. But I want to particularize this one, Albert, because of a clip I saw that emanated from Trinidad. Right there in the center of Trinidad in Port of Spain, apparently they had begged the vendors not to sell on a given street. I think it was either on Monday or Tuesday this week. You will not believe vendors were actually arrested their shoes, their panties, their this, their that, everything they were selling was confiscated, and whatever they had available for sale was confiscated, vendors arrested, and they were charged. Play this clip for me quickly, please. Folks, I felt I should play this clip so that some people can understand that laws are meant to be obeyed. Laws are laws. Laws are laws. And you cannot show off your unlawfulness by removing vending signs and saying you are vending. Look what they did them in Trinidad. They refused to obey the law. Look what happened. They seized all the vending apparatus and seized all the goods that were being sold and arrest all of them. And whilst they are putting the goods in vehicles, there's a transit in the back. They're getting the proper ride to the police station. They all were arrested. You know, whilst under my watch, we will not see, I will not be a minister and see any vendor treated like that. We will not treat any vendor in that kind of draconian manner. But under the last government, it was happening. It was happening. They were even seizing ground provisions. I had seen them seize ground provisions on 2 consecutive Mother's Days. They took all the people vending stuff of those poor mothers.
Even the tomato man.
Even the tomato man, yes. And placed it at Masha. What they didn't throw, they kept there. I wouldn't do that. We would never do that. We are about giving people a better, controlled, and more comfortable environment within which to sell. That's all we want to do. So when I said don't touch my vendors, nobody will touch my vendors like that. It will not happen under my watch. But the vendor cannot go out and set up shop in the middle of the street, and we have to tolerate it. A vendor cannot go and block the sidewalk, causing pedestrians to have to walk on the road in harm's way, and it will be tolerated. We have to balance what we do. People must behave in an acceptable manner. Not too long ago, I had to be walking on the road because the vendors had a tent on the sidewalk, occupying the sidewalk in its entirety. So I said, don't touch my vendors. Is that tolerable? Can we tolerate that? Folks, let me say this. I, with the help of this government, have single-handedly built over 120 vending booths within the city circuit. Over 120. That is not the act of any man who's against vendors. Definitely not. The latest were the caravans, which I'll be coming to, because I hear a lot of nonsense. And we will be giving those caravans. I hear Mansebo, Jesai, Kaisa, Toshe, boys and Lucians, you don't know what to do with them. But I'm coming to that. Paying $1,800 monthly, and after 3.5 years, you own it. I want to know, I want someone to tell me, if you are empowering people, if you want someone to grow, the whole reason why you make a sacrifice up front is for the benefit after. Okay? You cannot. A man gets paid, you all get the same amount of money. You are making the sacrifice of investing. You all each make $1,000. You are investing $800. He's investing in nothing. 5 years down the line, the man who was using his $1,000 drinking rum every month would look at you and ask you to lend him $50,000 because you made the sacrifice necessary for your economic growth. But if you figure you don't want to grow, you don't want to be empowered, that's your business. But we have a government that is totally, and I want to say obsessed with, because this prime minister, when he says he puts the interests of people first, he's obsessed with empowering his people, either through the creative industries, through the youth economy, through the small to medium business thing, through hydroponics in agriculture. Everything this man does is empower people. You get a caravan for $1,800 a month. You face no bank. You face no bank to ask for loan. You have no security to deposit. You have no legal fees to pay a lawyer. Once there is a mortgage, you pay a lawyer. Then, once you pay your caravan, it is yours after 3.5 years. What do you prefer? You want to rent it for $900 a month, for $1,000 a month, for 20 years and it's never yours? You prefer that? And I hear a fool calling again this man called Henix, and talking a kind of crap. Talking a kind of crap. Folks, the caravan work out to be $60 a day. 60. That is what Baba's renting a chair for. And it is empowerment to the people, which can create life-changing opportunities. And it can lead to the creation of generational wealth. Once you take that business seriously. Now, folks, let me say this. The caravans were not meant for the ladies selling icicles or the ladies selling peanuts or chewing gum or sweets by the school. No. No, they're not meant for them. So when I hear man talk crap about it's a dollar, nonsense. This is a business opportunity. And obviously it is not meant for those with the little tray. But we have to go for a break. I'll be right back. Right back at the caravans.
The winning numbers for the evening draw of Thursday, 18th September 2025 were tic-tac-toe, 1, 7, 8, 12, 15, 16, 21. Big 4, 4, 4, 8, 9. Big for multi-X, 2X. Pick 2, 5, 5. Pick 2 multi-X, 2X. 1 off, 4, 1, 4. Lucky 3, 2, 4, 3. Lucky 3 multi-X, FP.
My name is Martina. I would like to say thank you to the guys from Paddy Access, especially Jermaine, for a job well done. I called him 2 days before my brother's funeral to do a live video, and I was not disappointed. He was professional and kept in touch with me throughout the live, just making sure I was satisfied with everything. I would definitely use Paddy Access again, and I highly recommend that anyone looking to do a live video to hire them. Everyone who watched my brother's funeral had good things to say about how much of a good job the videographer did. If you want satisfaction for your money, Paddy Access is the way to go.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary negation and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, pyridoxine, and nicotinic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back, let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains, and illnesses? When there's help for you, at Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains, and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild. The power to heal, the future of pain relief.
Yes, welcome back. Welcome back. We had our break, and I think by now a lot of people know that the break features Skin is Chicken. Skin is Chicken. That's what the break, we have a little something. And Skinny wants you to know that he's got fish as well. So don't just go for chicken, you can go for fish as well. Now, let me say good night to my daughter Diamond. I have children, but I know that Diamond for sure is watching. I don't know that my other children are watching, so I don't. But Diamond, good night. Now, Hilda, Jonathan, Radisha, and Sophia, good night to you. Tim Lisa Jawaye.
Yeah.
Now, Lisa is going to do a job for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, get rid of this guy.
Yeah, and Shonda.
Yeah, Shonda is going to do a bigger job than Lisa still. So 2 big jobs, Lisa has a big job, get rid of that guy. And Shonda has a big job.
But they're quite capable.
They're quite capable, and it's going to happen. I have a little money to put in that. Now, Sandra Arlett wants Beverly Joseph Arlett, her sister, right, to know that she's wishing her a happy birthday. Enjoy. Ingrid Paul, happy birthday to you. Val Boswe, good night to you. Godfrey Manuel, good night. And Miss Fedora Letang.
Good night to you, Miss Fedora Letang. And I want to say good night to your son. What's his name? How can I forget his name?
I'm having a brain moment.
I am indeed myself. I'll come back to him. But good night to you. Good night, Fedora Letang. I know you're always locked on. I know you are. So, all the best. How did I forget your son's name? Man, gosh. Send me a message. It's in your moments, huh?
Yes, indeed.
I beg your pardon? Oh, yes. Folks, I want to send birthday greetings to Melia Mathre. Melia Mathre of Lafargue Swazel. She told, no, that's not Melia Mathre, that's Tekla. Hold on. Melia Mathre, who turned 65 on Tuesday last week. Tuesday, special greetings to you and birthday greetings, belated birthday greetings to you. And the picture you just saw is of Tekla. Put up Tekla now. Tekla, the seamstress. Tekla, je ne sais come in, you'll be making a lot of money. Most of the shirts that you see me wear for June Creole are being made by Tekla. She has quite a clientele in that regard. So Tekla, happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless and keep you. And you'll be seeing me, or at least getting my money for June Creole. Enjoy. I also want to say good night to Kamba Didier. Kamba Didier, special good night to you. Carlton Augustine, we spoke this morning. You never told me today is your birthday, man. What kind of thing is that?
He didn't want to send cake.
That's something else. Linus and Murray Steele, Staten Island, good night. But that's when you have those great minds born on the same day, Alex George Jr. just sent me some names there. Then you have Philip G. Pierre, you have Carlton Augustine. You have a cluster of well-endowed men that, hit this earth on September, 18th? 18th. So birthday greetings to you all. So yes, folks, I was talking about the caravans. Obviously, like I was saying, it's not that the caravans are meant for a particular set of people. Obviously, the person selling their peanuts and their icicles and their ice lollies may not be interested. However, if they can afford it, it's there for you. It's there for you. But they are, in the main, a business opportunity given to our people. The caravans, you get them, you pay your monthly, and for 3.5 years, and after that, you don't owe anybody a penny again for the rest of the caravan's life. 25 years. You don't owe anybody a penny. What you all prefer? You all prefer to rent it for the 20 years. And it's never yours. I don't understand the thinking of some people. I really don't. Those are meant to provide business opportunities to persons rather than, and they have them down here, they are not even as good as what we have imported from the US, hovering about $50,000. We are, then for you to get it, you have to pay cash. You have to pay all the money cash. So that means you have to face the bank. That means you have to get security. That means you may have to get a guarantor. That means a lawyer must be involved. No. With city council, there is none of that. We can rent for you, you know. We can rent. But you rent for an eternity and it's never yours. It's never yours. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. It's a business opportunity given to empower our people. Those people who have the ability to afford, grab it and grab it quickly. Grab it quickly. Because if you want to start off a business, if I wanted to start off a business, I would start the caravan. I was speaking to a guy who's in music. And the guy said to me he wants a caravan because all he has to do is to hook up all his speakers in this, cut more windows if he has to, and go anywhere and play a gig. Anywhere and play a gig. Put up his speakers, fix it properly, windows just open up, roll his whole music system, and wherever he reach, bam, bam. And I didn't even think of that. For $60 a day. You know, Albert, the man said to me, boy, let me tell you, that could even take more speakers than I currently have. So a man by the beach, you can pull this thing to anywhere in St. Lucia at any time. Anywhere there is a gig, hook up your caravan and go there. You just stop there and make your money. Anywhere there is an activity, just drive there. You are not restricted. So it's not like you are one place and you can't move. This thing is mobile. You can drive it to Grosile Friday night, on the Friday night. The Saturday you can be in Viewfort. The Sunday you could be on VG Beach or Pigeon Point. You name it. Anywhere vending is permitted, you name it, you can be there. Caravans are mobile vending machines.
It works out to $60 a day.
$60 a day.
Even $60 a day, and you've got a viable business, which you'd make. You're rolling in profits.
Albert, yeah. $60 a day. I tell you, when this guy that plays music, guy told me, look, man, if there are not enough doors, because you can retrofit. I think it comes with a sink. It comes with, basically a kitchen setting. Yeah. So you customize it. Yeah. You cut your windows. Let's say you cut windows to fit where the speakers would be out. And bro, you just roll and make your money. $60 a day, Albert. What more can anybody? You don't have loan to go and take. You don't have security to look for. You don't have a lawyer to go to for bill of sale. You have nothing like that to do. I don't know what more persons want. When you seek to him, now we are government, we listen you. Tête nous pas wed. So si vous trouvez toi chèque, vous voulez louer pour laisser la vie, ou ça louer ou ça. Si vous voulez louer pour la vie du autre. You understand what I'm saying? Albert, those things have a life.
I'm trying to work out, whilst you're speaking, I'm trying to work out the maths.
If you want, you can order it. It costs between 11,000 to 12,000 US, roughly in that region. Obviously, the better, the more expensive. Some of them run 20 something. But by the time you pay freight and customs, you way up there. And the thing is, if you're importing it or buying it, you must pay upfront. You will go for a loan, there'll be interest on the loan, then you pay customs, you pay freight. You can never get a deal like that. Never. Never. So it's like you rent a car for 5 years, whereas you could have leased the car for 3 years, and after 3.5 years it's yours, or 3.5 years it's yours. Whatever you all want will facilitate. I am about empowering people. My government is about empowering people. And that is why we went lease to own. But if persons want to pay rent for the rest of their lives, it's still okay. We can consider it. But I was looking so that your children in the next 5 years, if you, by that time, you probably can have another one. One is in Viewfort, one is in Castries, making money. They just drive, stop, make money, move, stop, make money, move. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. You know, it was share. Given here we've heard it. Folks, those who can afford, you all will not believe the amount. There is one person that won 3. 3. I said, no. We can't go in that direction. One person went 3. Because people could see the business opportunities. They could see them. And this music guy indicated to me that he wants one. He wants one because he has already figured in his mind how he's going to get it done. So, folks, do I have a pic of the caravans now? Let me see if I do. I will try and put it up. We are just about empowering people. That's all we are about. We are about empowering people. We want our St. Lucians to own a slice of St. Lucia. That's what we want. We want our St. Lucians to own a slice of St. Lucia. Okay. Yes. Send you a pic of the caravans. You have one? Okay, put it up for me. Yeah. Yeah. Look, Gebox, good night. Look, 2 people asked, can I get a caravan, please? You know, I mean, I don't understand people. If you can't afford, you can't afford. But that business opportunity, one person won 3. I said, no. One per person. You're renting a little place in town for $1,000. We could place those things anywhere and say $900 a month, $1,000 a month. You prefer that. You pay every month. You are one place. But we give you the right to go where you want, when you want. It's yours after 3.5 years. You'll find it. I mean, folks, those who can afford, yes, here go the caravans. You know? You see, Albert, some of them,
some bigger than others.
And even the top, you will see that it's a heat extractor. Mm-hmm. You cook in there, you can do anything in there. Anything in there. So how can you get this for less than that kind of money? I mean, it's just ridiculous. Some people, they just want everything, and I mean, let's
look at it in terms of compared to your rent.
Yes.
Yeah, where you're renting a place to stay. You sleep there, that kind of thing, and you'll probably be paying more than that.
Much more.
And this is a commercial venture.
Much more. This is a business opportunity. Yes. You can just hook the stop that there. You could just hook that, Albert.
And take it as you say.
And take it anywhere you want. Anywhere. If you,
as long as you're allowed.
Yes, once it's a vending area, you know, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't expect somebody with a tray by selling peanuts. If they can afford it, it's up to them.
On a Sunday, you can pull up near.
You can take it out.
Near a beach party.
You could pull up by any beach party. Any beach. You can be in the north on Monday, on the south on Tuesday, on the east the day after. Anywhere there is a Bram. Funerals.
Yes.
Funerals. You pull up at all funerals. Yeah, every day there is a funeral.
People get very thirsty by VG.
I don't want to give people ideas. I don't want to give people ideas, but, you know, for you to tell me that you have a difficulty with that. But like I said, we are a government that listen. And if people want to rent, we will rent to you all with no list to own. We can do that. On the next end, we can do that. Because we are about empowering people. But probably you all cannot see how you will be empowered by asking you to make a sacrifice for 3.5 years, after which there is no sacrifice at all. That's all it is. That's all it is. You know, that's
someone
all
asked if a flambo can apply.
Yeah, everybody can apply. Imagine today, the mayor told me, Mr. Minister, I don't think we have enough caravans. So while some people are complaining, you know, I don't even think we have enough. You know, anyhow. But that is it, folks. It's just a situation where we want our people empowered. Now, folks, going back to criminality a bit. Albert, from day one, the United Workers' Party has been preaching violence. They have been preaching violence. And they have been threatening to take over the governance of this country by any means necessary. Any means necessary, they have said so. They have placed civil servants on notice. They have placed the police on notice. I'm sure you've heard those.
Look, I hate hearing that so much. I'm putting this one on notice. Stop your foolishness, man.
You know,
you're putting people on notice.
They're putting the police
Get
on
away
notice.
from here if you're nonsense about putting. Guy Joseph, I am putting this one on notice. Shasni, I'm putting. Shut up, man.
You know, that is what's happening. You know, they have even said, Shasni has even said that we should be flogged. And his zelevs have followed him in asking for the flogging of duly elected members of parliament. They have called for a human roadblock. They have called for the burning of houses. They have called for the burning of St. Jude. They have called for the burning of St. Jude. They have threatened to injure the Prime Minister when he visits the US and let his blood flow on his face. They have asked people of Viewfort to put the guns at the Labour Party politicians. Point your guns at them. Spider threatened to take off my eye.
He'll slap you so hard.
He'll slap me so hard he'll take off my eye. And now Guy Joseph, without an iota of reservation, will tell this country that blood will flow. Yes, Guy, blood will flow. Let's take a listen to Guy Joseph.
Blood must flow in this country. I'm putting the Labour Party on notice tonight. Blood must flow in this country. Blood must flow in this country.
By any means necessary, any means then any means. We need to get angry.
Blood must flow in this country.
Like I said, this is another flambeau line.
What do you think of that?
Well, these guys are desperate.
Yeah, play it again.
Blood must flow in this country. I'm putting the Labour Party on notice tonight. Blood must flow in this country. Blood must flow in this country.
By any means necessary, any means then any means. We need to get angry.
Blood must flow in this country.
Like I said, this is another flambeau line.
What do you think?
No, listen, as I was saying, Richard, these guys, they have nothing really to challenge the Labour Party on in terms of policy and this kind of thing. They have nothing. So they come up with all manner of theatrics, because that is theatre. That is pure theatre, right? It's absolute rubbish. You know, I'm putting the Labour Party on notice. Blood must flow in this country.
No, but
and my grandfather's fact.
Why else you call it theatrics, Albert? That is serious.
Of course it's serious.
Blood must flow.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, blood flows, and I don't suppose you're speaking about pigs and dogs and cows.
Not blood to be put in blood.
No, not for that. He's talking about human blood. That's what he's talking about. And for human blood to flow, it's either you donate it, you know, or it's taken from you. And in fact, it flows. If it's donation, it's not flowing.
That's correct.
Yeah, it flows into it. But for the blood to be flowing, you're talking about hurting people. That's what you're talking about.
You know what is worse? They are the same ones blaming the government for the state of crime. They are the same ones, while they blame the government, they are preaching violence. They are the same ones, while they preach violence on one hand and basically cause crime, the upsurge of crime to be impacted. They go to church. They were in church in Barbados not too long ago.
Yeah. Who taking lost tea?
You know, those same people call for violence. Then they say it's the Labour Party. And then they in church taking lost tea.
And apparently they have a moratorium on the whole God thing. You know, God is theirs.
Really?
Yeah, but when they talk about, you see them, oh, God will do this and God will do that and God...
Yeah, God will do for them alone.
For them, yeah. For them.
You know, and they will do this, as you quite rightly said, Albert, because they have and they cannot see a pathway to victory. These people cannot see a path to victory because anything Alan Shaste touches, he destroys. Look at Shaste's track record as an employee. Anything he gets involved in, he destroys. And so far, Shaste has been successful in destroying the political careers of a lot of politicians who are affiliated with the United Workers' Party. A lot of them.
Send them out to pasture.
All the heavy and entrenched stalwarts, they are parting ways with the party. They are parting ways because you see, the stalwarts never knew Flabo to be that what it is there today. Sapa Flabo. When he preaches violence on the platform, the others preach violence same way. When he calls people's names, all sorts of names, disrespectful and everything, they do the same thing. So when you have a leader who acts in a given way, expect his followers to do the same thing. Shaste lies, all of them lie same way. You know, but when they lie, they are trying desperately to sink a false sense of hope into the minds of the electorate. How can you get into an election with the same leader who commanded an 11-seat majority in a 17-member parliament? His unpopularity back then in 2021 was so bad that he lost 9 out of the 11 seats. 9 out of the 11 seats. And I could tell you his unpopularity is worse now.
It's even questionable, you know, how he won his own seat.
His own seat. Yeah. Exactly. Because of the anomaly that went down there. I'm sure if the guys had stood up in terms of having the court to intervene in the election results, they would have had a by-election and it would have been gone. So even him, his seat, as to whether he was victorious or not, is another issue. But his unpopularity cost him 9 out of 11 seats. And it's much worse now because more information has come to hand for us to basically disclose the egregious financial deeds of Alan Michael Shaste as Prime Minister. And that is why Shaste has no choice but to recycle a lot of defeated candidates. A lot of the defeated persons, Guy Joseph, Dominic Fele, a lot of the defeated persons, he has no choice but to recycle them because he cannot get good candidates. And then that other one come from where he come from. One day beat already. SLP finish. Now, the man has been here for donkey years. Shaste is 64 years. Okay? You telling me, Dominic Fele, you've been here for so many years. More than 20 for sure. Shaste has spent almost all his 64 years in this country. And neither of you can converse with our people in Creole. Neither of you. Dominic Fele, you practiced to say Kui for 10 years. For 10 years. And that's on your own admission. You practiced for 10 years to say Kui. And you still cannot say Kui. Folks, take a listen to Dominic Fele. Oi.
Ukudi! Because I have a very short sentence to say to you. Kenny, Ukudi! Ese, Ukudi kas leba fini! Ukudi!
Bonjour, Saint-Lucie. Non, moi c'est Eric et moi sorti Taiwan. Et c'est 65 petits business. Nous disait pour c'était tous les jours.
Ukudi! Ukudi! Because I have a very short sentence to say to you. Kenny, Ukudi!
Esse?
Ukudi kas leba fini! Ukudi!
Bonjour, Saint-Lucie. Non, moi c'est Eric et moi sorti Taiwan. Et c'est 65 petits business. Nous disait pour c'était tous les jours.
Ukudi!
You know, folks, je ne parle pas de jeunesse là, oui, actuellement.
Parlez pas c'est bon non.
Je parle pas de jeunesse là, oui. Vous voulez dire, moi, Albert, Dominique Fede dit that a whole this l'année qui passe, Kenny Anthony te dit, il passe à parler de c'est bon.
Kenny Anthony dit that Dominique Fede et puis Alan Chasney passe à aller Jacques Mel.
Et parler de c'est bon. Et parler de c'est bon. So, moi, je voulais demander, je laisse là, oui. Qui manière, j'ose trouver cause à qualité bagaille ça là. Qualité calme ja ça là. Qui manière, abodi abo fes ko di se gwa mona. Zot ka vote bay un homme, zot pas ça assis avec parler bay.
Les autres ni pour parler bay nom ça, autres ni pour tuer un grip zot acheter tout petit anglais autres ni. Pour ça parler bay nom ça, parce qu'elle lui même pas ça parler créole l'épisode.
Exactly. But dès ça yon pour faire, but yon pour marcher ko riche betish yo, qui ça parle anglais créole. Ek bene yo pour tons affaires yo. Because Dominique Fede pas ça parler créole yo pas parler. Yo pièce pas comprendre yo là.
Oui.
Les gens.
En Bible pas bay taw bebel yo te ça.
Oui, taw. Oui, le gars parler différentes langues.
Différentes langues.
Ek taw pas
ça parce que
because you can travail 2000 moun dans le site. Mais yon ka parler ba l'autre, yon
pièce pas comprendre.
Pièce pas comprendre ça yo ka dit. Je laisse là oui. Nous pas ça quitter sa fête. Nous pas ça quitter sa fête encore. Ou pas ça quitter un homme qui ça parler pour un créole. Ou pas ça quitter un homme qui sorti à place.
À place. Il ça fait conversation pour ni en créole ni anglais.
Et then on est un homme qui passe à parler anglais, qui te vle dire oui, lui-même dit 10 l'année. Et à l'aide 10 l'année, il passe à dire oui, c'est Koudi. Koudi, moi, ni des zones pour faire, après l'élection, faire Agoudi.
But Richard, if I just may, revert to the English just for a while. What does that tell you about Dominique Fede?
I wanted to come to that. He and Shasti. But before we do that, Albert, let's play a clip of Eric.
Yes.
That same guy
Eric
we
Chen.
saw there.
Eric Chen from Taiwan.
Folks, listen to me well. The ambassador Nicole Su came here a couple months ago. She addressed the gathering at the opening of the Library Market. I was taken aback with her pronunciation of the words in Creole. Even all the areas, we have areas that are pronounced in Creole. Lacaé, Grand Rivière, those kind of things. Not Derasu. And she was able. Her pronunciation was perfect. Her diction in Creole, perfect. And I'm saying, look at this. The ambassador just got here and she's already speaking Creole almost fluently. Eric, who was on to leave, spent just over 2 years here. And Eric was able to have a short discourse with Michael Gasper in Creole. Let's take a listen to this. Afterwards, Albert, we will speak on the shame, the crying shame of those persons who represent us in Parliament, who are supposed to have been acculturated, cannot do what a man came here in 2 years and can do. Play that clip for me, please.
Ok, moi ici à Mabouya, Vallée Mabouya, et puis moi et puis yon se travaille Taïwan qui a travaillé Saint-Lucie sérieux. C'est maman de non ou quand il parler lui-même. Dis-moi non.
Non, moi c'est Eric, moi sorti Taïwan. Bonjour tout le monde.
Qui ça va faire Saint-Lucie?
Moi ni travaille à Saint-Lucie, à ministre agricole.
Ah oui, agricole. Et puis, ou quand miser quoi au Saint-Lucie, ou quand ni un bon temps Saint-Lucie. You having a good time?
Yeah. Moi ni bon temps à Saint-Lucie. Moi aime Saint-Lucie chai.
Où aime Saint-Lucie chai?
Oui, mais aime Saint-Lucie chai.
Alright. Eh bien, qui ça déjà mangé? What have you eaten?
Moi voulais tout bagaille, moi voulais tout ça les zones. Au dia, moi voulais tout bagaille.
Bon, ça bon. Eh bien, merci à Bill. Nous gars jeunes encore, amusez quoi. D'accord.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Moi voulais manger tout
Toute
ça les
salaison. Right? I could see Eric is a man he's got the joie de vivre and il fouille rien. Eric fouille rien. Eric vient pays avec d'accord mais ici il y a parler créole. Moi voulais apprendre créole là.
Oui.
Moi voulais tout adin.
But let's get into this, Albert. It's a crying shame, folks, that neither Dominic Fady nor Shastney chose to acculturate. Those were things they could have done.
It was a deliberate thing.
Those were things they should have done.
Yeah.
But it was deliberate for them not to identify with us.
Yes.
They chose to remain as foreigners in our country.
Yes.
They want to use us to get global popularity. That's all it is. That's why Shasta said he's a product of Canada. We have had enough. You can't represent us if you don't like us. You know? And that is what Flabo is facing now, Albert. Right?
Yeah, think of it. You, Alan Shasta, you spend time in Canada, America, every day, and you've got the accent.
Yes.
And you were here, and you can't speak the Creole. You deliberately did not want to. You didn't want to learn the Creole. Richard, at the age of 15, I decided I couldn't speak proper Creole because I realized what I was speaking with my little camarade was not what the elder people were speaking. I used to hang out with them and tell them, speak it, I want to learn it.
Yes. Yeah. You know, I mean, that it's a crying shame. It is a shame. And if you, Irving Springer, can't speak Creole, it's a crying shame on you as well. It is. It really is. Lang Mamanukila. We changed hands 14 times. We were 14 times English, 14 times British, 14 times French. And it's the remnants and combination of those changes, those languages that resulted in a manner of speaking so that we can be easily identified as St. Lucians. That lends to our St. Lucianness.
Richard, this is the thing about the parents didn't want you to speak it.
Yes.
But that was pervasive. It was around the place. That did not prevent me from learning it.
Yes.
All my little comrades, all teenagers, everything. All our parents did not want us to speak it.
Yes, that's
but
true.
when we out there, communication, you know?
Yeah.
So if you want to speak it, if you want to learn it, you learn it. And then, of course, Richard, there was a time, some many years ago, when there seemed to have been a change in the attitude, right? Even the whole Jeune Creole thing and so on. So it's long time now that people should, if you were not learning it before, if you couldn't speak it before, it's high time now to put aside all of this nonsense. Ek apan pale lang mamano.
I mean, like I said, we changed hands 14 times. We were 7 times British, 7 times French. This adds to our St. Lucianness. This is what we know. This is how we identify. You'll be in a crowd somewhere in New York, in London, anywhere you are, and then somebody speaks the raw patois, and immediately you militate towards them because somebody has manifested a certain degree of St. Lucianness. That's what we know. That's what belongs to us. That's our acculturation that y'all wanted to stay away from. And today, y'all want to represent the very people who are unable to converse intellectually, intelligently, or otherwise in English.
But here is Richard.
The and people who are making, you know what? Shastin blame his earpiece.
Yeah, earpiece, yeah. But those people who are making excuses for Dominic, you know, even Irvin Springer with his little theatrics and so on, with his book of all of that. Why are you all making an excuse for Dominic? There's no excuse. Dominic set himself up.
Exactly.
He set himself up. So what's the excuse you all are making for him? It is Dominic who said that, Kenny.
Yes.
I have something to say to you tonight. And I will not say it in English.
I'll say it in Creole.
Kenny, Ukudi.
Say it again.
Ukudi.
What does that mean, Albert?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, say hello. Hey, black boy. Replay Albert there for me. Replay. Say that again.
You know. No, but he said, and listen, the man was so dramatic.
Go ahead,
He was very dramatic. Kenny, 10 years ago, you said to the people of Jackmel that, you know, I can't, blah, 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 blah. Okay, come on, right? But I have something to say to you tonight. And I will not say it in English. Kenny, Ukudi.
And he said Kudi with an accent.
Yes, and he said it again, Ukudi. Ekukudi, parce qu'elle est pas fini. Right? How can you defend? Your people who come defend Dominic. How can you defend it when he set himself up? He set himself up. He claims, basically trying to throw something in, and you know every time the man tackle Kenny. Richard, I used to watch Dominic and say, what is wrong with him? Your first time in Parliament.
Yeah.
Learn the ropes, man, and show some respect.
Yeah.
The doyen, who's the doyen? Who's the doyen in the Parliament? It's Kenny. Yeah. Kenny Anthony is the doyen in the Parliament, right?
The most senior man.
He is, right? And you, Dominic, you just reached there, you're a real brat. And you try to disrespect the doyen in the Parliament.
Don't call him a brat, guys.
He's a brat. Right? Right? Disrespecting. Because I even wrote some, I said, look, Dominic, you and Healy came in the Parliament together. Guys, just look how Healy behaving. You know? Healy meticulous and behave. You there like a little brat, you know, and you disrespecting Kenny. He disrespect Kenny just after Kenny decide, you know, I've had enough of you. I've had enough of you. And Kenny put something on you for life. You're not getting away from that.
What's it?
Right? You'll have to die. And when you die, your death announcement by still say, better known as no, better known as Cocolorum.
Yeah,
right?
Cocolorum. Yeah.
Kenny stick that on you. Cocolorum. You look for it.
Because right? I just got a message, Albert. They say with all the artificial intelligence, they could have never come up with anything like Ukudi.
You know, and now he's not satisfied. Imagine Kenny's on his way out. Yeah. You still holding that in your heart.
He has left.
That you have to try. Yeah. You have to try to get back at Kenny. And look at what you did to yourself. Trying to get back at Kenny, oubliez ce qu'on encore. This time not, c'est pas même Kenny qui, last time Kenny fled you in the Parliament. He fled you with the Cocolorum and that stuck with you. That's for life. You know, you got that for life. This time Kenny, he didn't even know you were up to your thing there. You oubliez ce qu'on. You know, leave it alone.
Austina said his good night. Austina said Dominic Fede was so sure of himself, he uttered and pronounced the word with a degree of confidence.
Yes. Ukudi! Ukudi, madeo! Parce qu'elle est pas finie. Et you're fini encore.
Yeah, you're fini encore. You know, but, you know, that's it. The United Workers' Party. Cheryl Morgan, you asking me what is Kudi? Hey, but yeah, I know.
A stiff neck.
I know Kui. I know Angudi. I don't know Kudi. Kudi.
But still, Richard, I'm still saying, what are you all defending? You all can't defend anything. Because nobody did it to him. He set up himself, right? And he run into the brick wall, bloop. You know, Ukudi.
You know, folks, and this is what it is. All of them are trying desperately to impress Shastri. They are facing an uphill battle. To impress their leader, they have to lie. They have to call names. They have to call for violence. That is the established protocol of the current United Workers' Party. They have to lie, but Big Daddy wasn't taking it. Hey, we're coming to Big Daddy in a while. You all think we'll forget that? No, Big Daddy and Shastin, definitely not. But Kakal, I want to knock on your door first. You better get out of this. You better get out of this. You know, they told me you referred to me by certain names, but I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you, so I will not even touch you on that. Okay, and I don't respond to foolishness anyway. Okay? But you know I used to give you dollars, right? Dollars. That's for another show. But Kakal, get out of that. Get out of that. Firstly, Kakal, you said you're representing Viewfort South. Put up that picture for me. I wanted to put that down to a mistake. Look at that. UW candidate for Viewfort South. Kakal, which constituency are you representing? Which constituency are you representing? Is it View? So you'll have two candidates of Viewfort South.
He's vying for. He's not representing any. Is he vying for?
Yeah, he's vying for. Sorry. Is it a candidate for? I should have asked. You know, is it a candidate for?
Yes.
So, which constituency? I see you have Viewfort South. Now, like I said, I wanted to put that down to a mistake, Kakal. But you never quite know what you all fellas mean. You all come into this thing, you all just start to lie. You all just say anything that come up from your mouth. When 11 days before an election, Kakal, 11 days before an election, Shastri had already prepared a direct award for $70 million to complete St. Jude. $70 million. Thank God, July 26, 2021, found that agreement in the Attorney General's office, awaiting approval for signature. God kept it there because he felt this egregious financial misdeed could not have been laid on the backs of St. Lucians. And what is even more daring, what is more amazing, what is even more basically egregious, the top of the apex lies the interest rate, 1% per day. Per day. You know, so $10 million, it would be $100 million would be $1 million a day. That is the audacity of Shastri, whom you are following. And then you'll go on TV. So that $70 million did not see the light of day. But you'll go on TV and tell Andre Paul all they needed to finish the box was $50,000. $50,000. Before you say I lie. So I want to say the first one, you made a mistake when you showed that you're representing Viewfort South. This one cannot be a mistake again. You are making too many mistakes. Play that clip for me where he said it's $50 million to complete St. Jude.
Destroyed by fire cannot pass the fire test. After spending $250 million, where the modern hospital will only use $50,000 to complete it.
Play that again, please. Play that again.
Destroyed by fire cannot pass the fire test. After spending $250 million, where the modern hospital will only use $50,000 to complete it.
As I said earlier, the first one may have been a mistake, where he said he's representing Viewfort South. But you cannot tell me everything is down to human error. That is deliberate. It's calculated. Who spent the $250 million? Kakal alone knows. And he said $50,000. But Prudence said another figure. What were you saying, Albert?
You are a lawyer, right?
I think I am, yes.
And you did a pretty good job. I mean, you don't practice as much as before.
Definitely not.
But you did a pretty good job as a lawyer.
Well, I believe so.
Right. But you didn't restrict yourself just to law. You went into real estate and all of that, right?
Yes.
Good. Have you done brain surgery?
Me?
Yeah.
No, not that I know of.
No,
Unless it was done when I was not conscious of it being done.
Okay, so you haven't done brain surgery.
But when I resumed my consciousness, I didn't see any scars of any surgery in my head.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, have you performed brain surgery?
No, performed brain surgery?
Yes.
I'm not a doctor.
Okay. And you've not performed heart surgery.
Bro, a brain surgeon is a serious mister, you know.
No, all I'm asking you is where your limitations are. That's what I'm asking.
No, that's not my call of duty at all.
Okay. All right.
That's beyond my pay grade.
You're not an electrician.
No. I don't even know. I'm not.
All I'm doing, because you see, Kakal does not like me to give him advice, but I'm still just going to drop a little piece for him. Last time I gave him some advice about his calypso, and the man, he's upset with me. But I'm still going to drop a little piece of thing. Kakal, stick to where you're strong.
But is he strong anywhere?
Well, I don't know, but wherever he's strong, stick to
Wherever
that.
he believes he's strong.
Yes.
For all you know, he believes he's strong in politics.
Right, because this thing about 250, I mean, you've made a complete dog's dinner of that thing.
Yeah, of course.
That just stick to where you're strong. You see anywhere I don't know exactly what I'm talking about, Richard, I shy away from it. I just shy away from it.
Bro, it's always best to remain mute on a point that you cannot substantiate and you're not positive about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just make a fool of yourself for what? After spending 250, in that one he said million, eh? He didn't say 250,000. 250 million. The box said 50,000.
And then he said 50,000 and so on.
You know, so it's not a mistake. It is not a mistake. You know, then Prudent will give another figure. Prudent of all persons will give another figure. Prudent talk about there would be all the pipes in the ceiling, and up to now there isn't one pipe for either electrical nor plumbing or even air conditioning, nothing at all. The thing is totally empty.
It's just cosmetic. I mean,
exactly.
You know, it's cladding.
It's a car park with cladding.
Yes, it's cladding.
Stop creating that kind of impression about state-of-the-art hospital. I think it's more state-of-the ASS. It can't be state-of-the-art.
No outer walls.
No outer walls, just cladding to fool people before the elections. It's like a car park. You take the car park over at the Conway Saint Business Center and you put cladding around it. That is all that is there. State of the art and all the pipes. Prudent talking a whole load of BS, nonsense alone. You know, y'all guys are something else, you know. And the worst thing is, y'all don't realize that, that's one thing people always say, gentlemen, you see the line thing, stay away from it because the truth will confront you at some point.
It will.
It will confront you.
Especially now.
Especially now with all that technology and everything. The truth will confront you. What the hell are you lying about?
You can be debunked in real time.
In real time, anybody can just go to St. Jude, do me a live video, and they will see there are no pipes there, Prudence, all the things in there. And if you want to expand, a whole lot of bollocks, you know, nonsense alone. You guys don't even know what you're talking about. Now, Kakal, you know, so the first one going up for Viewford South is a mistake. The second one, $50,000, is a mistake again.
Viewford North is a mistake.
No, he said he's going up. No, going up for Viewford North is a mistake. No. You want Viewford South is a mistake. Going up for Viewford North is a bigger mistake. Then you said 50,000 is a mistake. But Kakal, I will play a clip. And I want you to tell me if that one was a mistake too. Because we know the people generally within the fold of the United Workers' Party. You have the likes of Guy Joseph, Cuspic. You have Rush. You have Bender Den or Den in the Ben or whatever. You know, I listened to a clip with Kakal. I could not believe it. And I'm saying, you mean those are the kind of people that want to make a grand entry into our August chamber called Parliament? Excuse me? Kakal, you know what feces is? Feces is poop, or colloquially referred to as shit. Feces, okay? It's excreta, to be more palatable. Excreta. Waste that comes from your body. You know? I heard Kakal say something. Police officers do what? They clench their feces. Before you all say I lie, take a listen to Kakal. Police officers clench their feces.
I said to myself, we still have good police officers in the force. I know that. I know these officers, they clench their feces and they really want to speak out, but they cannot speak out because of the level of victimization. Even I said to myself, we still have good police officers in the force. I know that. I know these officers, they clench their feces and they really want to speak out, but they cannot speak out because of the level of victimization. Even
Now you know the man said feces with utmost confidence.
Yeah. Okay, I don't want to laugh at this, right? I prefer to correct it, right? This is a fist. This is a fist, and it's a clenched fist, right? That is my palm and so on. This is a fist, and it's a clenched fist. Yeah. So if I put both up, it would be fists. Fist. Okay? This is one fist, and it's a clenched fist. This is another fist. So I now have two clenched fists. Not fists or anything. It's fists.
No, but you can clench your fists.
The man is upset with me because I did a little commentary on his calypso. So I'm not going down that road. You know, I'd have him no fashek. Okay?
No, but realistically, can one clench his feces?
I would hope not.
Amen. Albert, don't you think we as a country of two Nobel laureates can do better than that?
Well, we had Chesney as our prime minister, right? Who said that Derek Walcott got the Nobel Prize for poetry, right? So,
but the man can't say political.
Political.
Yeah. You can't say political.
I mean, we've really scraped the bottom of the barrel, you know.
Indeed.
We've scraped the bottom of that barrel.
But the worst thing is, whilst we've scraped the bottom of the barrel, we've taken the whatever is at the bottom of the barrel, the residue, if you want to call it that, and it exalted its way to the top.
But that's exactly what I'm saying, you know. That's exactly what I'm saying. Chesney being our prime minister, can you imagine?
Are we so devoid of intellectual capacity?
Yeah.
Are we?
I like to know that my prime minister is a little brighter than me.
Of course, indeed. Or at least when he goes out there, he can converse on any level.
Yes, indeed.
When you have a prime minister, persons are looking at him and saying he's not too bright. Yeah. You know? Making a fool of you everywhere you go. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on. We can do better than that. And this is the kind of material developers want to elevate to parliamentary status and to send overseas to represent us as a country of two Nobel laureates. But yeah, like they say in Patois, abo diabo fes, awa, monsieur. Wait. As for me, you see, after tonight, I clench in my feces and I coolie.
I think you'll be in a little bit of a problem. I'm not sure that you can coolie.
Yeah.
Having clenched your feces.
Oh, Lord. But you know, folks, whilst Big Daddy, we are coming. Whilst they are busy spewing all sorts of garbage, PJP is delivering to the good people of this country. And the Northern Divisional Police Headquarters that was supposed to have been built, like the Library Market, like the Grand Riviere, the Richford Wellness Center. Is it Richford?
It's Larry Shoes.
Larry Shoes Wellness Center. Those were supposed to have been built between 2016 and 2021. Plans approved, funding established. Chasney said, no way, because you know what? They were not his doings, they were not his thinking, they were not his brain children. So no, he's not going to do that. And the Grozile Northern Divisional Police Headquarters, he had preferred to have a friend of his buy the building from Rick Wayne, and he would have rented it as the police station for Grozile. But you know, God is a good God.
In the back of Beyond.
Exactly. That building, what is it used to know?
I don't even know.
Exactly.
I don't even know. But what I do know, Richard, is that deal was from the pit of hell, man.
You know, but everything Chasney does is from the pit of hell, Albert. When you take pensioners' money and give to Cabot.
Yes, you give to Cabot's pensioners' money. What's your excuse?
Can you believe that?
But again, why didn't you? You know, up to now, Richard, we say this all the time here, and I have said it more than you, concerning the Larry Shoes Health Center, why it was not built. Not one person has come up with a reason or an excuse for it not having been built.
But they will not, Albert.
They can. There's nothing to say.
Exactly.
There's absolutely nothing to say.
Unless they'll manufacture some kind of response.
It was just pure vindictiveness on the part of this man.
Vindictiveness. This one is wicked.
You're dead to vote for Sean Edward.
Sean Edward.
Again.
You know. And they'll vote for him again.
And again.
So Chasney, rather than building the Northern Divisional Police Headquarters, no, we'll buy Rick Wayne's building, a friend will buy it and we'll rent from him.
Yes.
But I'll tell you all what, right now, Grozile is about probably 2 or 3 months away from having one of the best facilities, most modern police facilities in the Eastern Caribbean. Just like we have the custody suites, which is the best prisoner detention facility in the Eastern Caribbean
You think they'll take me back in the force?
What you want to go do there?
Go in charge of Grozile.
In charge of Grozile?
Yeah, the Northern Police Station. There.
Okay, I think I'll make you special prosecutor, but don't tell anybody that.
There's a special prosecutor already.
Oh gosh, guys.
So I'll have to be the not so special prosecutor.
You know, show pictures of the Northern Divisional Police Headquarters to me, please. Yeah, man. This is what is going up there. And it is almost completed. It is about 96% now. Albert, $35.9 million. The funding was established. Everything was in place for that. Chasney, with his wickedness, with his vindictiveness, refused to have it done. But you know, God is a good God. And Philip J. Pierre came in, and all we see now is progress upon progress. So whilst the United Workers' Party is imploding and making useless noises, there is absolutely no doubt that the country is progressing. The country is progressing. Put up that other thing for me, that picture. And look for the month of December. Back-to-back bonuses. Back-to-back bonuses for civil servants. Yes, man. In December 2024, civil servants got a bonus. In December 2025, civil servants will get another bonus. Compliments, Philip Joseph Pierre. Leave that there. Mr. Philip Joseph Pierre, I want to know, am I a civil servant? Albert, am I a civil servant?
You may be civil, but you may be a servant. But Ukadisa,
as
I recall,
yes,
the Prime Minister said something about if it's given to civil servants, then it's given to retirees. Not so?
So they make all the WT, brother.
Are you a retiree? You retire from what? What did you retire from? Simple. I'm a retiree. Okay?
Because I retired from...
Yeah, go on. Tell us. Go on, tell us what you retired from.
Ukudi! Yes. You know, and that is what those things are progressive trends in the country. When you walk around Constitution Park and you see this towering crane, you know those are signs of developmental progress taking place right in the heart of the city. So, which government is best in the best interest of the people of this country? And that's why so many people entrenched in the United Workers' Party, or once entrenched in the United Workers' Party, are making an exit. They are living in droves. And as usual, they will lie to try to justify the situation. But I've always said, folks, Shaste is a dictator. It is his way or the highway. Anything Shaste touches, he destroys. And he has destroyed the careers of many politicians who are affiliated with the United Workers' Party. And he has single-handedly destroyed the United Workers' Party. Look at the man who was the Speaker of the House under your reign. When the man asks you to withdraw a statement, you say, no, do what you want. Today, he cannot find favor associated with you. He has gone. His brother, Estefan, gone. All of them gone. There are many more gone. They are leaving. They are leaving in droves. Look at how you treated that Kokoloram. The man is doing an interview, and in a gesture to compel him to move, you just point your finger in a direction. He had to tell the reporter he has to leave.
Have we actually gone into this behavior of Shasney when he did that to
Kokoloram?
Yes.
But you see, Albert, this is just a pattern of behavior.
I'm your boss. This is straight from the plantation,
Yes.
I am the boss. You get out, get inside, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Nonsense. So people are leaving. No, people don't want to. So let me tell you this. Folks, the United Workers' Party had about probably 20, I think it's 20 delegates. Angel, you can call me on my phone and tell me. There were about 20 delegates per constituency. After Shaste lost the election, basically to retain the leadership, because he knew the majority of the members would have voted against him, he reduced it to about three delegates per constituency, 3 persons whom he knew would have voted for him. That is how he maintained leadership of the United Workers' Party. He's changing everything to suit his own personal situation. And you'll expect that to be in a government again? You'll expect that kind of behavior to fall well with anybody? Who's to tell you Shaste will change? Who is to tell you he will change? If he changes, it's for the worst. Same man. And I'll come to that in a bit. You can't tell us what to do. You lost the right to speak. Today you're asking people for ideas to put in your manifesto. But I'll come to that. So I was saying, folks, Big Daddy contested the elections for the United Workers' Party in the last election of 2021 against Ernest Hile. Big Daddy resigned. Shaste would say in an interview that it is because Big Daddy had flooded the constituency with his supporters, and the supporters were displeased that Big Daddy was not the chosen one to contest this election, that Big Daddy resigned. Nothing can be furthest from the truth. Big Daddy was ill. He was ill for over 3 years. You will hear from him in a while. He said for that time, none of them even visited him. He has never sent an application to the United Workers' Party expressing any kind of interest in contesting an election. He is ill, probably unwilling, probably unable. But you will lie just to take the blame off you, Shaste. You would say that the man flooded Castries Southeast with his people, Castries South. He flooded there with his people, and because he was not chosen, the man never applied. Never applied. You are a liar. You are a compulsive liar. You are, I don't know Shaste, but anytime, Richard Peter King, good night to you. Richard Peter King said, I read, and I had to joke a bit. Richard Peter King said, ever since William J. Pierre became Prime Minister, He fact-checked everything that was leveled at Philip GPA. So I asked him, in a kind of facetious manner, how the utterances, how did you tally them out of 100 kind of thing? What percentage of accuracy did you gave to him? And did he do the same for the leader of the opposition? If he did, put the results side by side.
So
he said he's still working on it.
So you bowl up do, right? And then you bowl a bouncer.
Well,
at Michael Holding speed.
Yeah, well, I had to. So Richard Peter King say he's still working on putting the accuracies of what those guys say. But I could tell you, Richard Peter King, anything Alan Chastney says, just fact check. It's wrong. Anything. You on a stage right in front of your wife, you lying about your age. She have to tell you, no, honey, you're 62 or you're 63. Oh, yeah, I'm 62, I'm 63. So you're so go you forget your age. Huh? You so dotish, you forget your age. Your wife had to remind you because she know you are lying and the empirical data will show that you are lying. So she's avoiding you the distress of having to deal with that lie at a later time. So she blurted out, no, honey, you are such and such an age. A prime minister don't know his age. Anyhow, folks, when Big Daddy heard Chastney give that excuse as to why he resigned, Big Daddy say, I'm not having it. Play this clip for us, please. You'll enjoy it, trust me.
Let's look at the latest announcement that 21 people resigned from the party. All those persons came from one constituency, Castries South, which was Big Daddy. And so he had stacked the constituency branch with his own supporters, became members of the party. And when it came to trying to select a candidate, we ran into a roadblock.
Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Johannes.
Oh, hi, good morning.
This is Yadi from NBC, it's afternoon at St. Lucie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, last night the former Prime Minister said, I just want to get this straight. The former Prime Minister, he said that the resignations he had, they have been getting is because of you, because he didn't select you. So that's people who supported you and it's like it's your doing. Can you tell us more about this?
Okay, first of all, we all know Alan is the biggest liar in St. Lucia. And
just now, what did you say there?
Alan, and I hope he's listening, he's the biggest liar in St. Lucia. Now, from the time I was hospitalized, in fact, I never applied. Okay? I never applied to contest the seat. Never. When I was hospitalized on the 2nd of August, right after elections, I've been ill for 3 years until now that I'm recovering. I've never contacted anybody in the party, right? And Alan, for one, he knew I was hospitalized. Alan never ever picked up the phone or even come to the hospital. None of them never come to the hospital. Nobody never checked on me. And I've been silent for this whole time. So for Alan to come on his show and say that he didn't select me, that's why I resigned. That's not why I resigned.
Why did you resign?
Because Alan policies, it's not good. Eldridge Stephen, right? He resigned. He didn't resign from the party, but he resigned from the national executive. Ozzy, I don't know if Ozzy went back, but Ozzy resigned from the national executive. Right after elections, Pinkley resigned, the former chairman, right after elections. They cannot work with him. Right? And nobody can work with Alan. And Alan have to be careful what he is saying about me because he do not want me to speak.
No, but you free up. I mean, if a man is saying bad things about you,
No, Yadi, I am not that type of person. Right? I'm not that type of person. But I hope, Alan, you are listening. I do not want you or any of the members of your party on the media or social media mentioning my name because you're creating problems for yourself. And the reason I resigned from the party, right? That party is not for the supporters. They're not right? Even for the parliamentarians. And Alan wants people that kisses his ass and he can control. And one of the reasons that Alan never supported me, and even Tommy Descott, right? Mary Isaac, Alan, Timothy Mangal, all these people, even Tommy Descott, never supported me. They campaigned against me. And SNP wasn't my adversary. It was UWP. That was my biggest fight.
But why was that?
Because I wasn't taking Alan's shit. Alan couldn't control me. And I will say it. The reason why Alan didn't support me, because he wanted me to smear Hila's campaign and name about the Jufali and all that nonsense, and I wouldn't take into it. Because I ran the cleanest campaign in 2021. And everyone could attest to it. So Alan, you better be careful what you say on your show, right? So that same Tommy Descott, we have proof that he said once guy is in the party, he's not supporting the party.
What did he say?
He said once guy, Joseph, is in the party, he's not supporting the party.
Wow.
Right? So just tell Alan, if you're listening, you and your goons, right? Do not mention my name. You have not heard me or seen me for 3 to 4 years. So please, do not mention my name, and none of your parliamentarians or your national executive or on your social media platform. Right? So Alan, we know you're a liar. That you concoct that story, and there's no truth in that, right? And the people that's resigning, right? Maybe 40 to 50 people. You know why they're resigning? Because Alan went in the constituency trying to lie and say things about me, and I can give you numbers that he spoke to people, and the people had to put him in his place. When Alan tried to have me to support Mary, and I can say it openly, Alan went into Four Show, and I can give you that lady number. When he went to do his own survey, even after we had the nomination process, and I defeated them twice, he went into the constituency to make sure that the people wanted me, right? And a lady told Alan, if he's prepared to speak about Big Daddy, yes, she'll entertain him. But if he's Mary, speak to her dog.
What is it?
I am telling you, Alan went into the constituency because he wanted Mary to run the seat and not me. But the people didn't want Mary. And I can give you the lady number, but the lady told him,
you will give it to me off air.
The lady told him, if he wants to speak about Big Daddy, she'll entertain him. But if it's about Mary, speak to her dog.
Wow.
So I've been quiet because you know what? Of my sickness. I'm saying it openly because most people know that. But I've never contacted or asked them for anything for the 3 years that I was down. Never, ever. So how can Alan come on a show and say that because he didn't select me? Alan, why are you lying? I want Alan to call me and tell me when, or show me an application that I applied to contest that seat. There's no way under this God's given earth that I want to be or have anything to do with that party anymore. So I would never ever apply for it.
Another thing too, Daddy. Lots of I've spoken to quite a bit of the people that resign, and I know it's not only from that constituency.
No.
This mass movement of people resigning. What really causes all of this, man? Because it's all happening all over. Because, this exodus of supporters of the United Workers' Party.
Okay.
Even Mr. Bristol, I heard,
yes,
send his resignation.
Well, I don't know if it's from the party, but maybe from the stalwarts. Okay. The former chairman, Mr. Simon Silly, just after me, I used to be the chairman of the Castries South constituency. He has resigned. The former general secretary has resigned from the party as well. And Alan, he has to see more resignations coming in because the people really fed up with Alan. And I'm being honest, if it was someone else, right, or if it was Bradley, I would have supported the party. But Alan is no leader. Okay? What? Alan is a dictator.
He's a dictator?
That's right.
What makes you believe he's a dictator?
Because if, for instance, you see someone driving a white car, and you know it's a white car, and you tell Alan it's black, he victimizes you.
Wow.
Right? So Alan, be careful. Please be careful. You don't want me to start talking. Okay? Do not mention my name and stop the lies, please. And one thing I can tell Tommy Descott, he should have never ever put himself in that situation trying to contest that seat. Okay? He should have never done that.
So you believe Tommy is just putting a front? How is Tommy dealing with that? Because I know Tommy didn't like Guy.
Yeah, no, he did. He actually, maybe he's just putting on a front now, but I know he don't like Guy, and I can tell you. Okay, I don't want to say too much, Yadi, because I'm not that type of person, but since you were saying that Alan started, throwing me under the bus and lying, right? I'm giving him this warning. Don't ever let that happen to him again.
Okay. Anyway, right? I don't want to keep you too long. I just wanted you to defend yourself. Have a blessed day.
Yes, thank you, Yadi, for calling.
Yeah, respect.
Folks, before I get into that, we'll dissect that for a minute before we go into the manifesto. Let me say good night to a couple of people. Jackie and Mr. Donin over in the CDC. Good night to you, Nilsen Kwa. Good night, good night, good night, good night to you. Good night to Mawels. Mawels, good night. I see Mawels in church every Sunday. Good night to you. Yasmin Still, good night to you, my girl. Curtis Letram. How do you, Curtis? Ubo. I want to say good night to the St. Lucia Canada Foundation and Real Island Vibes Radio. The man himself, David Foster, behind them, both launching on November 9th in Canada. Good night to all of you. Kalmaja, good night to you. Matthew Roberts, good night. Brenda John, Chef Thaddeus, David Monlouis over in the US, good night to you. Peter the Great over in Canada, good night to you. Cutty Ranks, good night to you. Wilma over in Labrie, Makafa.
Chef Robbie, since you mentioned chefs.
Oh yeah, Chef Robbie. Good night to you, my brother. Tom P. And Tom P, when I'm on the show, don't call my phone.
When was the last time you went by Chef Robbie?
It's a while. I've not been there.
Okay. Chef Robbie, you see, I looking for customers for you. And I have to come too.
Well, just advertise Chef Robbie for free. Do that.
You know, Chef Robbie vexes me, He tell me, I ain't coming by his place.
Go there, sample the food. And because
it is good food. So you just...
It's because we eat skinny chicken all the time and it's fish that skinny is doing well. Because to be honest, skinny's chicken and fish has this unique taste and it's just so inviting that you want more. Persons come from New York and want to find where skinny's chicken because if Richard like it, I like it too.
Let me tell you, man, I have seen Chef Robbie's fare, the fish and thing. It looking good. Okay. And one of these days I have to go. And
very well, we'll go together. Makafa again, good night to you. Good night, Bucky Xavier. And those are persons in the office at Castries, I call you all Castries, Denry North, Emran, Ryan, Troy, Creed, Kishma. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Ex-Sergeant Felix, good night to you. Good night to Shamin Charles. Aisha, Saudia. Yes, folks. What do you think of Shastay lying on the man, saying everybody that resigned is from Castries South?
That's small potatoes for Shastay.
You mean that's not a big lie?
That's not a big lie. That's not a big lie. Small potatoes. Shastay does that in his sleep. Right? But Richard, it's interesting that Big Daddy would say that Alan Shastay is the biggest liar. Basically, he knows.
He has ever seen.
Right. So this is not just about this incident, you know.
Yes.
What he's saying is not coming from just this incident.
Cumulatively.
Of course it is. That's what it is. Right? Now, we all know. I can't even fathom why it is that St. Lucia, you know, can support a man like that. You know, to be the prime minister. Mr. just can't multi to one more. And that man lies. He lies senselessly. He just lies. You know, and Big Daddy said it. That's coming from the belly of the beast.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Mary Bonaparte, you think you would lie so? Russell Harris, Smith Joseph, my boy, Alison Finney. Yeah, like that's my boy, you know, that's my boy. Ananias Maximin, good night to you.
You know, I'm trying to discredit the man because the man resigned.
Yes.
You know.
But not that. He said that the people resigned because basically he flooded the constituency branch with his supporters. And Big Daddy is telling you, I was sick. I did not even send an application to contest the seat. But here you are telling people it's because you refuse to accept me to run the seat. So as though I was a scapegoat.
And it's when he'll see some more resignations coming.
He will see.
Yes.
I could guarantee you next week, he will see. I have wind of them already. Now, you know, folks, we all know Shastney is a liar. There is absolutely no doubt about that. If you were to bet on one thing and you are sure to win, you are guaranteed a victory. You are guaranteed to win your bet. It's just bet Alan Shastney would be found to be lying in the next hour. Just bet that you will win. Imagine today, a lot of people don't want to be associated with Flabo again because of Shastney. Anything this man touches, he destroys. And he will destroy the United Workers' Party, leave it down to bits so that others can pick it up and try to run with it. But it will be too little, too late. Flabo will remain in political abeyance for a very, very long time. And all of you will regret having supported Shastney. But leave him until the next election, sirs, please. Today, folks, Shastney of Flabo is putting out an ad, Albert, for persons to assist them in getting ideas to put in a manifesto. You want to believe that? Put that up for me, please. Why? Your ideas, our future. Really, Shastney? Our ideas is the future? Help shape the next UWP manifesto.
What's that 5 about?
Hold on. I don't read by allowance.
I saw that Mambarin, sir. I just
But yeah, the United Workers' Party is building a people-centered manifesto, and we want to hear from you. But yeah, Shastney would buy the idea of manifestos. What matters to you? What matters most to your community? What bold ideas do you want to see come to life in St. Lucia? Manifesto at uwpslu.com. Leave that there a bit. Albert, your take on this bold move by a man who told St. Lucians he don't listen. He let the jackasses breed.
Precisely.
By a man who told civil servants, it is not your business to tell government how to run government. By a man who told the opposition when he was prime minister, you had lost the right to speak. Today, that very man is soliciting ideas for a manifesto.
Well, it appears to me, Richard, if I just made it, in opposition, the man has walked the road to Damascus.
Yeah.
In opposition, you know, and he's had his road to Damascus moment, apparently, but he's lying anyway. He's not just road to Damascus moment. But Richard, this is
you can take it down now.
This is a novel way of doing it. Right? This is a novel way of doing it. I suppose they probably figure, look, we're giving everybody an opportunity to contribute. But you can give everybody an opportunity to contribute via your constituency groups.
You're actually putting an ad out?
Yeah, you can do that via your constituency groups. right? So people come, they attend the meetings, and the man give an idea here, you figure, okay, that's a nice idea, you know? And then they pick that up and they send it to Central. They send it to, where's the you in our house?
Yeah.
Right? But
Colony
this is
House.
Colony House. No, you in our.
That's where they are now?
Yeah, the Flambeau headquarters.
They moved from Shasta's building? Colony House, man, in Shasta's
They
building.
at Colony? No, man. They at UNRA.
UNRA?
Yeah, man. Huh?
No, the leader of the opposition office.
Office. Oh, yeah. Leader of the opposition at her. Yes.
But UWP
is at Colony. Yes. Okay. Yeah, correct. Yeah, but what I'm saying, Richard, this is a novel way of doing this thing. And I don't know that is necessarily earning them any points.
Albert, my view. Good night, Diane of Talvan. It was 5 for 5. You didn't ask anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It was 5 to stay alive.
You didn't ask
anybody.
But you put out a 7
You
already.
put out 7 that were basically torn apart.
Mm-hmm.
You heard me.
So coffee
He put out 7 that were torn apart right here.
Trampled.
Trampled over. Decimated. So you realize that 7 does not make sense, and it's a regurgitation of the trash you had tried and instill in the minds of the electorate before, and it did not work. So you are coming now,
in all humility,
to solicit ideas.
Which is a foreign sentiment to this man, huh? Humility.
Humility and Shasta could never be used in the same sentence. Huh? An opposition, Albert, is supposed to be a government in waiting. You are supposed to show a manifestation of your developmental trends, the trajectory in which you want to move on. Philip JP didn't ask anybody for youth economy. He didn't ask anybody about a fund for creative industries or the MSME program or the National Housing and Repair Program. He didn't solicit ideas. It is not to say that he would not listen if you speak to him.
I'm sure there was some consultation.
But to put an ad out there, soliciting views, it tells you your state of preparedness is one unquestionable. You have no plans. You have no intentions of doing anything for the people of this good country. They should have tell you put a septic tank on Bridge Street.
He has one plan. Get into the Prime Minister's office.
That's all he has. You know, can these guys be for real? Isn't Shasta the same one who never wanted anybody to speak? Isn't he the same one who said, don't tell him how to run government? Isn't the same one who said, I don't listen, I let the jackasses breathe?
Is it every dog that barks?
Barks, you have to listen? Huh? Today you want those same dogs, those same jackasses to give you ideas to put in a manifesto. Folks, let me end here by saying, before we take a few calls, if Black Boy wants us to, a manifesto is a statement of intention that will essentially explain to the electorate what you are thinking insofar as development of the country is concerned. If you don't know as a government in waiting what your plans are, if you have no policy direction, then you are better off remaining where you are and permit those persons that occupy the levers of government, that hold the levers of government, to continue along the trajectory that they have started. Okay? Because we will not give you the time, the right to make wrong what we have done right.
Just before we take that caller, I take issue with something that you said there.
Yes, go ahead.
For him to remain where he is? No. I want Dr. Shanda Harak Singh to remove him.
No. Remain where he is as out of central government. I qualified that.
Yes. Tiwi.
Yes. You want him out of the political periphery.
Yeah, leave our politics alone.
Yeah, I agree. So we have a caller. Good night. Can I help you? Hello, good night. Can I help you?
Good night.
Good night.
Captain Honorable Richard Frederick, and my brother.
Yeah, good night.
My brother, the Honorable Albert Frederick, the man I need to meet.
That's what's his name again?
That's the dragon, man. The golden dragon.
My political movement, the People's Progressive movement, the PPM People's.
I thought you'd given that up, you know.
And I want the Honorable Albert Fredis to assist me. If possible, run the V4 South or V4 North Seat.
My goodness.
I want the Honorable Fredis to assist me and even be the chairman or deputy leader of the People's Progressive Movement. The color purple and the symbol I used when I ran independence in 1997. And imagine, Honorable Fredis, I am the only one left alive. In the 4 of us who run, Dawson Cotton died first in a flash flood in Jamaica.
There's a problem here.
You know, and then after he died,
You might die.
John Nolan died, cancer. And then Desmond Braffett, the man that my friend fondly said, I'd rather lose with him than win without him. I am the only one in the 4 left in that general election.
But Golden Dragon, that means if Albert Fredis joined you, he died.
No. Albert Fredis will be running the Denman North South seat, and he can be chairman or he can be deputy leader. So there are 2 posts for him, chairman, and he can be chairman and deputy leader, or chairman or deputy leader. Of course.
So hold on, Golden Dragon. How about you being deputy leader and his leader?
That's okay. That's okay.
But I heard that you had made an appearance somewhere with the UWP.
You heard what?
I heard that of recent times you had made an appearance with the UWP somewhere.
That's impossible.
No?
I resigned, Honorable Frederick.
Yes.
Richard Frederick. Honorable Richard Frederick.
Yes.
I have served as the 2nd vice chairman of the UWP in 2001 to 2003. I retired from the United Workers' Party in 2010. That's 15 years ago. And let me tell you something. From the time Sir John Compton, how you call it, the man I look to as a miracle man, as a God sent solution. From the time John Compton died, I finished in Flubbo. I was in Flubbo because of Sir John Compton, a man I looked at as a man to follow, a man to set the example for people to follow, a man as a gift to St. Lucia from God. And they say he was not born here, but from what I know, he was born in the waters outside of St. Lucia waters. So they say, when I say Shafin, not born here. And they must, and Honorable Richard Frederick, you and Wayne Gerard, who works in the PM's office, must tell the PM or advise him to pass the law. If you're not born in St. Lucia, you cannot become the Prime Minister. You can become any other minister. But you're not born in St. Lucia, you cannot be allowed to be Prime Minister.
I agree with you.
Because, Richard, you know a man can come and buy...
That's my personal
a man from Russia can come and buy a passport. Come and buy a passport, you know. CIP, and he can become Prime Minister of St. Lucia? No.
I'm not speaking on behalf of the government here, but I share that view.
Yeah. And also, Honorable Richard.
Yes.
Honorable Richard, you know that one man cannot have the dates for elections and it be a fair elections. If it is fair, one man can have the dates. That date must be inscribed in the Constitution, and I suggest the second Tuesday in November. The second Tuesday in November, after 4 years, not 5, after 4 years, be the date for general election. The second Tuesday in November after 4 years. My brother, that should go on as well as if you're not born in St. Lucia, you cannot be our Prime Minister. That should be done as a matter of urgency. And I put it to my Honourable Minister Frederick and Wayne Gerard, who works the Prime Minister, to have a meeting with him, advise him. They will call St. Lucia Little USA.
Yeah. The Golden Dragon, the people are getting restless, give another person. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Get to see Honourable. Okay, all right, we'll talk.
Okay,
yes, all right, yes.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, Martin and Francis, Martin Monrose, they said, hey, Richard and Albert, wow, what a show tonight. Thank you, teachers. It's already 4:09 a.m. in the UK. You all have a safe journey back home and continue safe and fabulous week. Thank you very much, Martin Monrose, and your wife, Rosella. Good night to both of you all. We have another caller. Good night. Good night. Can I help you?
Yes, good night, Richard. How are you doing?
I'm fine, Cornelia Jacob.
Let me tell you, I want to be quick. Before you all chase me. Happy birthday to my Prime Minister.
Yes, indeed.
And let me tell you, Albert Fredis, If you are considering coming to Beaufort South, run under that banner. We have medication for you. We shall butcher you.
What?
That is to run. So could he?
No. Let no fini et you. When the butcher is done with you, bye-bye.
No, Cornelia.
Yes.
Before he could, he'll clench his feces.
Don't say that. That is for a quarry. Don't say them kind of things. Don't say that. Next thing you go look for an excavator and have to clear the grasses on the feet. You see all them yellow. Good night.
Ooh, don't say that. That's fuckery. I will clench my feces on
I stayed a little away from this thing.
We have another caller. Good night. Can I help you? Hello. Good night. Can I help you?
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh wow. Oh, I got the line. Sorry.
Yeah, you got it. Turn down the volume. Turn down the volume of your radio or television, please.
Let me just do it again. I'm so sorry.
All right. Nice.
Mr. Frederick.
Yes.
Mr. Frederick.
Good night, sir.
I'll try to be very, very quick and brief.
Yes.
First and foremost, I want to apologize as a man to all the females of this island as to what has been dispensed as to political rhetoric, but which is, for me, sick, weird, and demented conversations. And you all know what I'm speaking about.
I'm lost.
Boloms, pads, napkins, etc.
Yeah, we're following. Go ahead.
I'm following you, and I'm just thinking it was insensitivity on the part of the orator, not being sensitive to the feminine gender, and wanting basically to cause anxiety within the people to whom he was speaking at the time. And that is what they do without realizing the damage that they cause to the the persons outside.
Mr. Frederick,
yes.
Mr. Frederick, you're being very gentlemanly this evening.
I probably am.
I'll leave it at that.
Yes.
Secondly, and very quickly, just
Yes.
in terms of the line, in terms of traffic and traffic controls, headlights, there needs to be some sort of standard put in, because some of the headlights, it's really, it can disorient other drivers. There needs to be a level playing field put in place. And I think when we say in terms of crime prevention, etc., it starts from those basics.
I agree, Colin.
All right? Anyway, gentlemen, thank you for your time. I'll continue to listen as I've listened since 2013. But let me just finish off by saying the ladies, the females of our country, I'm just waiting whenever that bell, which everybody is asking to be called, please come out and make your feelings known, because that type of disrespect, and again, I'm a man. I'm not condoning it, and this is very disrespectful to who has actually nurtured us in this country. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you. Very good call. Cool, calm, collected. Albert, the other thing is he spoke of the headlights. That is so true. All of a sudden, I just see an inundation of headlights of various colors. Imagine a man driving a car. I think it's a BMW. I forgot the number now. I spoke of it on the show with red headlights.
Really?
Red headlights.
That's illegal.
Man, not only illegal. It's extremely dangerous. You are putting persons in harm's way.
Yeah.
But very good observation, caller. We have another caller on the line. Good night. Can I help you?
Good night, Mr. Frederick and Mr. Frederick.
Good night.
Good night.
Frederick. And I want to say a very special happy birthday to our 6-star general.
Yes, indeed.
And also my Virgo brother, Prime Minister PJP.
All right.
Tonight, I wish to express my deepest gratitude to our Prime Minister and his government for the very first time temporary teachers such as myself and receive our salary. And this is truly a historic moment, one that reflects a genuine commitment to fairness and recognition of the hard work of educators across our nation. And as we move forward, I encourage all citizens of St. Lucia to stand with the SLP, a party that continues to put people first and to build a future where progress and equity are shared by all. Good night.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful.
I love that contribution.
When I was a temporary teacher, I didn't get paid.
Yeah, and imagine.
I wonder if there's back pay for that.
No, there was, during the last administration, I had to be giving Daniel money all the time to go and fix a classroom. And now we actually give teachers an allowance.
Is there retroactive pay for this?
No, you used to teach too long ago. The children you teach already have grandchildren. Yeah, but I like those kinds of testimonials because it tells you that the government is working in the interest of all. We have another caller. Good night, can I help you? Good night, can I help you? It's still ringing. Good night, can I help you? Hello?
Yeah.
Somebody said you fell asleep. Smets Joseph saying black boy fell asleep.
You have a caller?
Catherine Thomas. Good night, my girl. Good night, good night.
Richard, on the basis of the minimum wage alone, the government should be re-elected, you know.
Of course. You know how many thousands of people that impacted?
Yeah.
Good night, can I help you?
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Mr. Frederick.
Yes.
Mr. Frederick.
Yes, good night.
That's the lady you met the night at Mr. Pierre. At Mr. Pierre.
At the AGM?
Yes.
But I met a lot of people. I don't know which one in particular.
The lady shake her hands.
I shook your hand.
The pretty one.
Good night.
Okay, good night.
That's Sandra. That's Sandra.
Oh, Sandra. Okay. Good night, Sandra. How are you?
Yeah. I'm always listening.
All right, Sandra. Nice.
Enjoy your program.
Thank you. And the same way if I was
Fine.
All right then, Sandra.
So you take care. You're doing a good job.
Thank you, Sandra.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Those are the kind of testimonials that make you feel good, and it gives you the zeal to want to be in government to do more. When you impact lives of people positively. Albert, I walk around Castries, and the amount of people I've empowered in terms of shops, boutiques, this, that, and I could actually see that a lot of people have a glow on their faces. Their lives have been transformed. Compliments, Richard Frederick. It gives me a feeling of gratitude that the purpose for which I am living, I'm discharging it. And that is what, just to change lives. Black Boy says, we have a caller. Good night, can I help you?
Hi, good night, Mr. Frederick.
Good night to you.
And Mr. Frederick as well.
Good night.
I realized that our street lighting is very, very poor. And I would like to know whether Lucilec is still responsible for our street lamps, because these things are very, very poor. And this might be a contributing factor to a lot of the accidents on the road. So can you please advise whether Lucilec is still responsible for our street lighting?
Yes. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So when we came in as a government, we got an agreement in place. I don't want to say too much about the agreement, but it was just like getting vaccines from a company involved in the importation of cement. A $20-something million contract given to a company, and the agent of the company was somebody that we all know, being a Zelev Flabo, not knowing anything about street lighting. That having been said, the government is moving forward, And it's a problem that we recognize that we have on our hands. And we are doing all in our powers to ensure that we deal with this problem once and for all. We have a caller. Good night. Can I help you?
Quickly, my brother. Quickly. Go to track again quickly.
What's that?
Know, I meant to tell you a while ago that a gentleman told me, and I pass by the market very often nighttime about 6, 7 o'clock. And I kept saying there's something wrong with this beautiful thing that Richard just did at the market. And the guy told me, Dragon, you guys see there's a ghetto. Richard built a ghetto there, guys. Who going to come there? Who going to come there? All these little spaces tight up there with little boutiques, little bars, little this, little that. He said, but Richard built a ghetto. A ghetto, Richard built it in the market. And I say, oh my God, it looks like a ghetto for sure. All these little offices, nicely built, but so clustered together. It looks like a little ghetto Richard built there. So Richard, I want your comments and that's my brother. Thank you.
All right. Whoever told you that, and for you to repeat it, I believe both of you are suffering from some kind of deficiency of your ability to analyze what is a ghetto and to juxtapose a ghetto to a shopping area. But, you know, that's okay. We have another caller on the line. Oh, yes. Yeah, but then the caller earlier on that asked me about the lights. It's a very good observation, and we are trying our utmost. I do know that we will be getting some lights pretty soon. They should be here in the next week or two. So the problem would be partially alleviated, but not totally. And in the not too distant future, a holistic approach will be taken. We have a caller on the line. Good night. Can I help you?
Yes, good night. How are you doing?
I'm blessed, thank God.
Tomorrow morning, Richard, I want you to look, see that video clip of Guy Joseph explaining the St. Jude's
material. Yes, I got a message on my phone. Somebody said he was at wit's end attempting to explain the disappearance of the St. Jude material. Now I know Albert has a passion for that, so I know Albert will go listen to him, basically analyze what he says, and Albert will come in for a refutal next Thursday. But what was he saying in a nutshell?
Like, no materials are missing.
No materials are missing?
Like, no materials are missing. And government had so much rent to pay. That's why they want to confiscate the items. And they put it in a warehouse by the airport and at St. Jude's. You know, a whole kind of thing. So confusing. Like, as if, like, you were digging himself in more of a hole.
Who, Guy Joseph said that?
The explanation is just like a laundry basket.
We will,
holding nothing.
I promise you we'll get those clips and we'll deal with it accordingly.
Yeah, man. No, man. Come on. That's ridiculous now.
Again, you see those guys, they prey on the ignorance of the people. So if he was saying that in a room inundated with Flabo supporters, they'll clap and say, yeah. But they don't realize that that kind of explanation doesn't lend itself to any kind of, it cannot stand up to any analysis. How can you have...
At the end of the day, Richard, the Board of Condemnation from the Ministry of Finance has no record of anything being
I know that.
destroyed.
I know that. Nothing was destroyed.
Nothing.
The materials were stolen.
Exactly.
And both Guy and Terry Valsen need to be arrested. That's the bottom line.
Of course.
Anyway.
Yeah, they have to pay for that.
Yeah, we'll deal with that when we had a clip.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, but you got that, Albert, no materials are missing. Eh?
No, listen.
So you need to
But he said so many different things already. But
Yeah.
Richard, I know certain places that materials went.
Me too.
Right? I know that. And Guy, you're lying, Guy. Guy, you took the materials and you caused the material to disappear. In fact, you stole the materials, Guy. Vous volez matériaux gouvernement. C'est ça au fait. Okay? And that's, like I've said, Guy, that's the easiest investigation. That is easy. The investigation is not difficult at all to arrest you and put you before a court of law. That's very easy. I don't know why it's not being done.
All right. Kanisha, but your mother called a while ago. She didn't say it's your birthday, but I'm taking this opportunity to extend birthday greetings to you, Kanisha, Cornelius' daughter. Good night. I just saw the thing, but I don't have time to Gibo said Shasne will not have a manifesto, he'll have a manifesto. A manifesto. We'll take our final caller. We have a caller on the line. All right, Albert.
Yes.
You're taking calls again.
Yeah. Black boy is locked off. So
yes.
We have to. What do you say?
Leave Black boy alone.
That's it. Okay. So he says the phone can't ring anymore. The phone ringing. The ringer gone bad.
Shanta Gustav, good night to you. So Albert, your closing words.
Yes, indeed. Yes. Very good, Richard. I think we had a pretty good show. You brought me into one or two areas I didn't necessarily want to go to. But Pojo, he felt like fisties and all that kind of thing, fisticuffs.
Yeah, I remember from the onset you said you don't want to go in that direction.
Yes, but Pojo. So join us again next Thursday, right, where we will be bringing information to you, letting you know what's going on and so on. So, good night.
All right, folks. Koshi, malas do pakwe phone man, Koshi lemale pakwe phone man, Koshi batan. Koshi and the Jah family, Ignatius Jah. Good night to you, Alison Jah. Good night to you. All the Jahs, good night. Jay Stanley, good night to you. Koshi when just do pakwe phone mo kavye. Koshi is one of the Jah brothers. Bolog, good night to you. Good night. Good night. Peter the Great, what do you take offense to there? Peter the Great told me he takes offense to something. What did he take offense to?
You didn't big up Canada? Is that what it is?
I take offense when those guys try to disrespect you. That's all right, man. That's fine. Okay. Benjamin, I don't understand. Tell Selah when CSEP. I don't understand, Benjamin, what you're saying. Anyway, folks, as I've always said, if God has blessed you, no one can curse you. Live clean, because what you sow, you are bound to reap. Team RF, we're in the house, and on Sunday, we're going down to cul-de-sac. We're going down to represent. Turn out in large numbers, Castries Central. We congregate by my building. We will be going down. We have to give Lisa the support. Lisa and Shunda, they have to mom of tasks. They have some tasks to discharge, some burdens, and we'll be giving them all the help that they need to ensure that the challenge is dealt with and they cause certain persons to be discharged permanently from the political arena.
Yeah, just before we go,
yes,
I want to shout out my Flambeau partner,
Who is that?
Downview Fort. Ex-Charles, man.
Which Charles?
Ex-Charles.
112?
No, another police officer. He's a former, because he just retired, customs officer.
Oh.
And he's on, I saw him doing a short video for Kakao. Chalo, man, what's up?
Oh, he?
Yeah. Chalo, you just retired, Chalo. It's going to be a poor outing for you,
Yeah.
Chalo,
you're all right,
Anyway, I have to go down there, tweet a little piece of something with Chalo, and so on for us to talk. But Chalo, it was still nice seeing you, although you were doing a video for a losing cause, but still it was nice seeing you. Yes, man. Hold tight, Chalo.
All right. Yeah. Shakim, good night to you. Jimmy, good night. That's all. When she see me passing a funeral, don't ask people for me. Benjamin, me you giving people a message to tell Selah when she see me passing a funeral, don't ask for you. Come answer the Facebook questions instead. You like too much Roro. And Benjamin, tell Marcella that yourself. When she see me passing a funeral, don't ask her. Come and answer the question on Facebook. Benjamin, why you like Roro so guys? Folks, yeah, Valdo is in the house. Valdo is there. Valdo is sleepy, and so is Black Boy. So, folks, we have to go now. We have to go. See you next week, Thursday, God willing. We'll be alive and well to bring you more good news from the chambers of government. Good night.
My name is Martina. I would like to say thank you to the guys from Paddy Access, especially